Yeah. Swooping in just like a hawk. Trae and Jalen on a pick in the park. Yeah, swooping in just like a hawk. Trae and Jalen on a peak in the park. And one baby that's far from a flop. Stay from arena, we blow out the top. DeAndre 12, he just like a cop. Lockdown D, get it still in the block. Vic got that vision, he passing the rock. Trae put from 30 with 12 on the clock. I hope your best player got really good handles. Why? Cause he might get swiped by Daniel's eye. Told him don't leave, both get open wide. Cause his jumper wet like an ocean, yeah. Jalen on the fat break, scaring them. But you can't leave open Garrison. Just like a hawk, Trae and Jalen on a peak in the park. And one baby that's far from a flop. Stay from arena, we blow out the top. DeAndre 12, he just like a cop. Lockdown D, get it still in the block. Swooping in just like a hawk, Trae and Jalen on a peak in the park. Swooping in just like a hawk, Trae and Jalen on a peak in the park. Yeah. Swooping in just like a hawk. Trae and Jalen on a pick in the park. Yeah, swooping in just like a hawk. Trae and Jalen on a peak in the park. And one baby that's far from a flop. Stay from arena, we blow out the top. DeAndre 12, he just like a cop. Lockdown D, get it still in the block. Vic got that vision, he passing the rock. Trae put from 30 with 12 on the clock. I hope your best player got really good handles. Why? Cause he might get swiped by Daniel's eye. Told him don't leave, both get open wide. Cause his jumper wet like an ocean, yeah. Jalen on the fat break, scaring them. But you can't leave open Garrison. Just like a hawk, Trae and Jalen on a peak in the park. And one baby that's far from a flop. Stay from arena, we blow out the top. DeAndre 12, he just like a cop. Lockdown D, get it still in the block. Swooping in just like a hawk, Trae and Jalen on a peak in the park. Swooping in just like a hawk, Trae and Jalen on a peak in the park. Yeah. Swooping in just like a hawk. Trae and Jalen on a pick in the park. Yeah, swooping in just like a hawk. Trae and Jalen on a peak in the park. And one baby that's far from a flop. Stay from arena, we blow out the top. DeAndre 12, he just like a cop. Lockdown D, get it still in the block. Vic got that vision, he passing the rock. Trae put from 30 with 12 on the clock. I hope your best player got really good handles. Why? Cause he might get swiped by Daniel's eye. Told him don't leave, both get open wide. Cause his jumper wet like an ocean, yeah. Jalen on the fat break, scaring them. But you can't leave open Garrison. Just like a hawk, Trae and Jalen on a peak in the park. And one baby that's far from a flop. Stay from arena, we blow out the top. DeAndre 12, he just like a cop. Lockdown D, get it still in the block. Swooping in just like a hawk, Trae and Jalen on a peak in the park. Swooping in just like a hawk, Trae and Jalen on a peak in the park. Yeah. Swooping in just like a hawk. Trae and Jalen on a pick in the park. Moving in just like a hawk. Yeah, swooping in just like a hawk. Trae and Jalen on the peak in the pond. And one baby that's far from a flop. Stay for Marina, we blow up the top. DeAndre 12, he just like a cop. Lockdown D, get it still in the block. V got that vision, he passing the rock. Trae put from 30 with 12 on the clock. I hope your best player got really good handles, why? Cause he might get swiped by Daniel's eye. Told him don't leave, both get open and wide. Cause he jump away like an ocean, yeah. Jalen on the fat break staring down. But you can't leave open Garrison. Just like a hawk, Trae and Jalen on the peak in the pond. And one baby that's far from a flop. Stay from Marina, we blow up the top. DeAndre 12, he just like a cop. Lockdown D, get it still in the block. Swooping in just like a hawk, Trae and Jalen on the peak in the pond. Swooping in just like a hawk, Trae and Jalen on the peak in the pond.
Y'all know what time it is. What's up, gang? What's good, homies? What's good, my Atlanta Hawk Falcon? Atlanta Hawk Falcon. My Atlanta Hawk family. What's good with y'all today, man? What's popping? I said, let me go live today, man. We need a show, man. Because I got some stuff I want to discuss. And if anybody want to tap in, y'all can tap in. So first, I ain't got no articles pulled up. So my bad, gang. We're going to go ahead and pull up some articles. And we're going to discuss some stuff that's been, talking about the Hawks. It hasn't been any... There hasn't been any real news to come out. You feel me? Nothing real that has come out. But just a couple little pieces here and there. And the first thing I want to discuss is, let me go here. My bad, gang. I'm gonna share it with y'all. Let's go here. Now, let me share this with y'all, man. We're going to discuss this real quick. You feel me? Present. We're going to share this. All right, let's chop it up real quick, gang. You digs me? So, I want to discuss this from... Shout out to the homeboy at Hawks League. That's my guy over there. Y'all know who that is. So, it says, per the Stein line, Atlanta is considering to rehire Danny Ferry as a senior advisor to GM Onsi Sailor. Okay? Let me repeat that again. Rehire Danny Ferry as a senior advisor. What? A senior advisor? Toronto's Masai Ujiri and Giannis's agent Alex somebody are the highest profile candidates the Hawks have spoken to thus far for their PBO vacancy. Okay, this is what I don't understand. Okay? This is what I don't get. Now, y'all let me know if I'm tripping. Let me know if I'm tripping, okay? You have an opportunity, okay? You have an opportunity to go after a Masai Ujiri who has built a championship team in Toronto, who started the Denver build before he left to go to Toronto, right? You have Giannis's agent, right? Who may not be an NBA executive, but as you saw with the New York Knicks with Leon Rose, he has connections amongst players. He has connections and relationships amongst other agents. He has relationships with other general managers. Okay. So my question is this: if you have the opportunity to go after a championship winning executive, right? Why don't you go that route? Why don't you go that route? Why don't you say, you know what, championship guy, what's your price? What do we need to do for you to come over here and be the president of basketball operations in Atlanta? What do we need to do? But instead, and people, and see, this is why I say, this is why sometimes I say, that Tony Wrestler is looking for some yes men. Okay. Because if I'm Danny Ferry, why would I want to come here and be an advisor? What is the benefit? Like, isn't that what he doing in San Antonio right now? Advising? Why would you come here to advise? That's one. Two, if your GM needs an advisor, right? He might not be that tell me he must not know what he's doing. So once again, ownership is willing to go with an inexperienced guy to be the general manager and to be and I guess he's going to be the president too, because we don't even have one. So does that make sense to anybody? You just hired Landry Fields, who had zero experience. Zero. Okay, as a lead GM, as a lead anything at the NBA level. Now you're gonna make Ansi your GM. Now listen, somebody correct me let me know if I'm wrong here. Let me know if I'm wrong. Let me know if I'm tripping. If I'm tripping, I want chat tell me I'm tripping. Didn't you bring Ansi over here, right? You brought Ansi over here because he was good with the numbers, right? I didn't read nothing that said they brought Ansi over here because he was a good general manager wherever he came from. He made all these deals. Didn't they say he came over here because he good with the numbers? So how does that help us get players? I don't understand. So you just fire a guy who this was his first time being a GM, president, whatever Landry was, whatever his title consisted of, it was his first time. So now, and you fire him, and now you're gonna go and make another guy who's never been a general manager before, never been a general manager in charge, being the decision maker. So now you're gonna get another guy with zero experience as the decision maker. But then go get it. Why get an advisor? Why not just hire a guy who already knows what he's doing? Am I tripping? If I owned a basketball team, my president and my GM, they're gonna know what they're. If I got to get an advisor for you, why do I have you here? Why do I have you here if I got to go get an advisor to help you? Can anybody explain that to me? Can anybody explain that to me? I'm going to go get an advisor to help the guy that I'm hiring do his job, when I can just go get a guy who already knows how to do the job. Am I tripping? I know I'm not tripping. I know I'm not tripping. So let's say this. Say the Hawks do go this route. Now your question is this. Now this is your question. Who's going to be the decision maker? And how much? Let's get hypothetical here. Let's say they hire let's say they hire Danny Ferry to be the advisor, right? So who's making the G calls over here? Is Ferry just giving his input, and then Ansi's the decision maker? Like, what? And then what about Kyle Korver? Ain't he an assistant GM too? Like, bro, I don't know what we doing, man. Bro, I don't know what we doing. You got Kyle Korver, who's an assistant GM. I don't even know what his job is, right? You got Ansi, who you brought over here because he's good with the numbers. Now you want to bring on Danny Ferry, not to be the president, but to advise. What? If I'm Danny Ferry, I'm not even taking that position. If I'm Ferry, why would I come here to advise? You already advising in San Antonio. Like, bro, I just don't understand. And this is why I keep telling y'all, because for some reason, some of y'all don't pick up what I'm putting down. That's why I said Tony Wrestler. Remember, I said this weeks ago. I said the only person who gonna take this job with Ansi in place and Quinn in place, right, is a person who's looking for a second opportunity. I told y'all that. I said that weeks ago. Danny Ferry looking for a second opportunity. Calvin Booth, even though he did his thing in Denver, he looking for a second opportunity because he got fired. That's why you don't see. That's why I told y'all you're not gonna get a Masai. You're not gonna get a Bob Myers. You're not gonna get Austin Brown, one of these high-power agents, because they want their own stuff. They want their own people. And you just saw in Denver, Booth got fired because he couldn't get along with the coach. And it was a coach, that he did not hire. He did not hire Mike Malone. Mike Malone was already there when Booth was in charge. That's why they had issues. Booth wanted him to play certain players. He didn't want to play them. They wasn't even on the same sheet of music because that's not the coach that he hired. But I mean, bro, it's crazy. You got an opportunity to go get a top executive. Hell, they don't even got to be the top. But I would love to get a guy with experience already. It seemed like Tony Wrestler loved giving people their first opportunity. And that's why I said those type of people are yes men. When you're looking for your first opportunity or you're looking for a second chance because you messed up your other opportunity, right? You mess up your other opportunity, guess what? You're willing to concede some things that a top level guy would not concede. I mean, to me, it makes total sense. Because I know if I'm a top executive, why would I go to Atlanta and I don't have no say in the coach? I don't have no say in my general manager. So I got to fall in. So basically, as the executive, you have to go there and you have to adapt to what's already the standard. You can't set the standard because you can't hire and fire the people who work under you. Like, I don't get it, man. Just this is, and then people want to say, listen, anytime owners get involved in decision making, it never ever works, bro. Never works. Never works. And I'm just telling you, man, like, I mean, Landry got fired how long ago? How long Landry Field's been fired? I mean, like, who's scouting these? Who is scouting these guys? I mean, excuse me, who are our scouts reporting to? Ansi? Because the last thing I read, they didn't bring Ansi in here because he was a good evaluator of talent. They brought him here because he was good with the cap. I mean, I'm somebody let me know if I'm wrong. Let me know if I'm lying, I'm flying. Somebody let me know if I'm wrong. Ansi was brought here because of the caps, because he was good at handling the cap. I don't remember reading anything that said that Ansi Salah was a great evaluator of talent, and that's why he was brought here. Now, some people try to run some stuff by me and say that he's the one that said make the Dyson Daniels trade, but that's just what somebody's saying. I need some evidence on that one. I need evidence because, like everything I read, it don't say nothing about him being a talent evaluator with the Warriors. That's just me. So, you know, it is what it is on that, man. It's crazy that we what? What's today? May? Oh, June 1st. You less than 30 days from the draft, and you don't have a president. This is beyond ridiculous. So I'm assuming Ansi and the coach, Ansi and Quinn, gonna make the decision on who we pick. Because if that's the case, I mean, at 13, I don't know who we gonna take at 13. I don't know. The homeboy Craig said Landry was fired April 4th to April, May. It's been a month and a half, and you don't have a president yet. You're not even closed in on two of them. Listen, I'm gonna say it again. I said it when they came out with those list of names. If he hired Danny Ferry, if he hired Calvin Booth, he want guys, he want yes men. He want guys who gonna fall in with Ansi and fall in with Quinn. But I'm gonna let you know now, they will not have any real power within the organization. I'm gonna tell you that now, because you can't even fire the coach. You can't fire the GM, and they work under you. That's crazy. So, I mean, at this point, I guess Quinn, Corver, and Ansi gonna be the one. Are they the ones at the hell, I don't even know if we brought anybody in yet. I gotta go look. Like, man, I'm just saying, man. And now you look at a team like the Pacers, right? I've seen people complain about the Pacers, Halliburton, whoop, whoop. At the end of the day, like I said on X, bro, them boys made it to the finals. At the end of the day, whether you like Halliburton or not, you got to tip your cap. You got to tip your cap. Now, let me see something. Let's see where, let's look at NBA record 2020, because that's the year we went to the conference finals. 2020, 2021. Let me see something here. Yeah, let me look at these standards. 2020, 2021, which I think the last time, yep, that's the last time we had a 500 record. Okay, let me show y'all something. Okay, let's take a look real quick. Let's take a look real quick. Okay, I know it's kind of small, guys. Let me see if I can go any bigger with that one. Okay, in 2021, we was 41-31. Okay, 41-31 in 2021. You went to the conference finals. Okay, let's look here. So you had in that time frame, okay, we was better than the Heat. You was better than the Seas. You was better than the Wizards. Indiana Pacers way down here, 34-38. Okay. Look at this. Cavaliers, 22-50. Orlando Magic, 21-51. The Pistons, 20-52. Okay. Now you see that, right? All these teams that's below us. Okay. And I made a also in my tweet that I put up, I said this. Two things that I learned okay, about the Mavericks, and I learned about the Pacers. Okay, Luka and Halliburton, when their organization determined that those guys was a star, right? They wasted no time into getting all-star and all NBA help for those players. Point blank period. They wasted no time. And I don't know why. Listen, family, why y'all hating on the Pacers, man? Why are y'all hating on the Pacers? I don't understand why y'all hate the Pacers so much. I mean, personally, I don't care. I don't care who win the finals. I don't care. But why y'all hating on the Pacers? Why you hating on the Pacers, Southside? The Pacers made it to the finals and back-to-back conference final because the East way harder than the West. If the Pacers was in the West, they're a first-round exit. But they not in the West. They not in the West. They in the East. So what does that say about us? What does that say about us? We in the East, and we ain't been in the playoffs in 2 years. We in the East, we ain't even been 500. So if we played in the West, Southside, where would we be at if we played in the West? I mean, listen, man. My point with the Pacers and the Mavs is this. They did not waste time to go get help for their star players. That's the point that I'm making. They didn't waste no time. As soon as they figured this guy is good, they leveled up in talent. That's something that we do not do. We do not level up in talent. It's plain and simple. Plain and simple. You don't level up in talent. Why people expect Trae Young to lead a team of rookies, a team of first-year starters, a team of G Leaguers, a team of dudes on two-way contracts? Like, I don't understand how we look at that roster and then you expect them to actually win games. Your problem is the organization. And here's my opinion on Trae Young. I believe people who try to blame Trae Young for this organization failures, they're just reaching for low-hanging fruit. It's easy to blame Trae Young, but Trae Young don't make all the moves. I could give Trae some blame for the Murray move, but at the end of the day, the front office is supposed to be smarter and say, hey, man, we would love to get this guy, but we're not going to give up all these assets for a one-time all-star reserve who play the same position as you. Why would we do that? That makes no sense. But that's not how they move. That's not how our front office move in Atlanta. They go ahead and do it. And now we're in a situation we in. You ain't played 500 basketball in 2 years. You ain't been in the playoffs in 2 years. You ain't made the playoffs without the play-in since what? Since 21? Since the conference final run, you ain't made the playoffs without going through the play-in in 4 years, if I'm not mistaken. So what I'm trying to explain to y'all is this, man. And especially for the people who want to trade Trae Young, I say this. Where's that energy for the front office? Where's that energy toward the people who are making the decisions? I say once again, a player, your star player, they can suggest whoever the hell they want. I think we should get this guy. I like this guy. That's my homie. Get this guy. But your front office is supposed to be the smart ones and say, yeah, we know you like that guy, but guess what? he don't fit what we're doing, or they want too much for this guy. I'm just saying. So I'm just saying, man. Everybody want to jump on Trae Young, which is hilarious. You want to get on the smallest dude on the team. Like, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. And for me, I'm not going to blame Trae Young. And I know what people say. They'll come out, they say, well, he shoot 40-some%. He do it, la, 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 la. And like I tell people, you get him some better players. No offense to the dudes that we have, okay? I'm not trying to knock the players that we have, but just what I'm saying. You get better players, right? He won't even have to shoot as much. Like, it's crazy to me, man. Well, he shoot blah, blah, blah. Well, he got to shoot the ball. And I know y'all, shout out to the chat, man. I know y'all watch the Hawks games. It's been plenty of time Trae Young pass these dudes the ball, and what do? Pass that shit right back to him. They do it all the time, man. He'll pass him the ball. Instead of going to get a bucket, they'll pass the shit back to him. I'll be like, what you doing? Go shoot. And then when Trae shoot and miss, people get mad. Why he shoot that? Because the rest of these dudes ain't shooting the ball, man. And then they not even... They be talking about Trae Young. Trae Young going to shoot for it. The rest of these dudes don't be hitting on nothing. I think the last time I heard, Trae Young had, what, 20 potential assists a night? Like, it's crazy. It's ridiculous. And for me, I would never blame Trae Young until we put a reasonable team around him. And you get him a number one. We need to get a number one option, or you need to get somebody a number two option for. You need to get something. But everybody on the team, it seemed like outside of LeVert, which people want to get rid of him. I don't know why. He the only other dude who can create for himself. Everybody else, Trae Young got to give them the ball in their spots. I don't get it. But people be like, Trae Young. And I'm going to tell you like this, man. When people tell me that, you know the first thing I think? I'll be like this. Have y'all seen us play when Trae Young is on the bench? There's no way you seen us play with him on the bench and want to trade him. And it's always, they always want to get somebody that's worse back in return. Like, I don't get it. I don't understand it. I don't get it. And then here's another thing I don't understand. I don't understand why people give Quinn Snyder all this credit. Hey, these dudes be telling me all day, Quinn's a mastermind. Quinn this, Quinn that. But you know what Quinn don't do? He don't win no damn games. That's what he don't do. Okay? He ain't won shit for the Hawks. He ain't been 500 yet. He ain't took us to the playoffs yet without that play-in tournament. But people like crown this guy like he's some like he a championship coach. He's not even he's not even a conference final coach. But people treat him like, bruh. Nate McMillan been to the conference final before him. Hell, Lloyd Pierce is going to the finals as an assistant, but he going. Meanwhile, I told you, man, listen, I don't know what it is, y'all. I don't know what it is. People leave the Hawks and they start winning I don't know what it is, man. I tell you, I think we cursed as an organization. I don't know if Tony Russell need to hire some people. They need to go in there and sage the locker room, sage the front offices, sage everything. But people leave here and go other places and they start winning. Have y'all noticed that? Have y'all noticed that? People leave Atlanta and they start winning. Like, that's crazy to me. It happened all the time. I mean, you even had DeLon Wright on the Knicks playing in the conference finals. We can't even make the playoffs. I mean, like, I ain't messing with you, Cujo, man. Cujo stupid. Hey, somebody need to get AJ, man. Somebody need to go holler at AJ Griffin, man. AJ got us, bro. He got us. Hey, AJ, he put that thing. Hey, he said, listen. AJ say, listen, y'all over here, y'all y'all got that evil spirit over here, man. I'm gonna put this little curse on y'all real quick, and I'm gonna head on out of here. But I'm just like, dang, bro. Like, we just can't, bro. We can't win for losing. We can't win. And it tripped me out because people want to trade off. We can't make the playoffs, and people's answer to that is trade our best player. Man. Like, they want to trade a star player who actually want to be here. That's crazy to me, man. That is so crazy to me. And they never have a follow-up plan. Okay, we're gonna trade for who? What we getting in return? Well, how the team gonna look? Well, I ain't got that far yet. Then what the fuck? Well, then what you mean? You should already have your follow-on moves. To keep it a buck. Snap. But I'm just saying, man, like, let me tell y'all what's finna happen, gang. Let me tell y'all what's finna happen, okay? Not if I'm a betting man, okay? I'm gonna say this because I want this on record. If Tony Ressler doesn't hire anybody to be the president, hires Danny Ferry, hires Calvin Booth. This upcoming season, we running it back. Okay, I'm telling y'all that right now. You're running it back with the same core players. Don't expect no major move to be done. Okay? Don't expect no major move. So don't even think about Giannis. Don't think about KD. Don't think about nothing. You might get a couple small moves here and there. Okay? But I mean, you're probably looking at running it back, man. Southside, I'm just saying, man, like, you know, I want to win a championship, right? But I mean, I got to change my outlook because I can see what the Hawks are doing. I see what the Hawks are doing. Now, I will tell you this, Southside. How much do you believe in the Hawks when they was 21-19? Do you believe that the Hawks at 21-19 last year can play that type of basketball the whole year? Which means we finished what? I mean, 21-19. So what was that? 21. That was at 38 games. And you 2 games over 500. If you continue at that pace, you finish at what? 4 games over 500. So you what? 46? No, you're 45-41. So, I mean, some people will say, I'll take 45-41. That's an improvement. I mean, oh my days, man. Like, it seems like we always talking about this, man. We always talking about the 5th seed. We always talking about the 6th. I don't even know. Have we ever talked about championships up on this channel? I don't ever think we talked about contender for a championship on this channel. because we just so far off. I mean, everybody says the East is weak. The East is weak, and we couldn't even make the playoffs, and then got destroyed in a play-in. So I mean, hey, now y'all see, why I was so excited and so hyped up on that NBA Cup tournament, because I knew we weren't gonna be competing for nothing else. I knew we won't go compete for nothing else. That's why I was so excited when we started winning. I was like, man, because I know we ain't finna win no playoffs. We ain't finna make nothing happen. So, I mean, I don't know, man. I don't know. But that's my little spiel I want to give on Trae Young and some of these moves that people was talking about. Now, let me ask y'all this, chat. Let me ask y'all this. What is the difference between the Pacers and the Hawks right now? What's the difference? Carlisle, the coach. Pascal in the big. Dab said Jack, championship coach. Pacers have a bench and capable players. Coaching. Keep them coming, man. Mike said Buffkin. A better bench. Okay. Let's take a look at let's look at their roster and our roster. Let's do a quick look, real quick. Let's look. Let's do a quick look. Do. Let me look at that. Let's look at their roster, gang. Let's see what they holding over there. Let's do a quick look. Okay. So let's start with the roster. Let's look at their roster. Okay. Tony Bradley. Does he even play? Moses Brown, Thomas Brown. Moses Brown and Tony Bradley. I don't even think these dudes play. Thomas Bryant. Okay, he got a little bit of burn. Yeah, he got some run yesterday. Okay. Ray J. Dennis, I don't know who that is. Enrique, I don't know who that is. He didn't play. Okay. Halliburton. Can we say that Trae Young, at this point, Trae Young and Halliburton pretty much cancels each other out? We can agree on that. And given that Halliburton got 2 conference final appearances and going to the finals, I can sit here and say I will give him the slight edge over Trae. Okay? I'm just trying to be fair, right? He going to the finals. He got multiple trips to the conference finals. We don't. So I'll give him a slight edge over Trae due to him getting this far in the playoffs. Isaiah Jackson, I don't know. I don't think he played. But they got a lot of dudes. These dudes playing? Okay. Benedict Mathurin. Small forward. 6'5". God dang, he's short. 6'5". He a small forward at 6'5". Ain't no way. He shouldn't be getting no buckets as a small. What? Who the hell guarding this dude? TJ McConnell. Okay, I'll give them TJ McConnell. He better than our backup point guard. I'll give him that. Nimrod. I would call him Nimrod. Nimhard. Hey, I gotta give it to him. The dude kind of cold. I give him that. He kind of cold. Nimrod kind of cold. Okay. Naismith. That's the one who went for 20 points in the fourth quarter against the Knicks, didn't he? That's the one that got them back in the game. So Nimrod and Dyson cancel each other out. Naismith at small forward. Damn, who was that for? Zach? Yeah, I got to go with Naismith right now. Tristan Newton, did he play? Jaleel Okafor. He only 29? Dang. Man, I feel like he been in the league forever. Ben Shepherd, shooting guard. What y'all think of Ben Shepherd? Pascal Siakam. Yeah, we don't got Jalen Johnson. I don't know. I can't put Jalen Johnson with Pascal. I can't do it. Pascal is a champion, all NBA player. I can't even put it. I got to give Pascal the nod on this one. I got to give him the nod over Jalen Johnson, man. I can't even lie. So I mean, they kind of got us beat personnel wise. Let's get a reminder of our team, just in case. Just in case people forgot who was on the roster. Let's see here. Dominic Barlow. Yeah, he was useless. Bogey, no longer with us. Kobe Buffkin. He always hurt. Clint, not going to be with us. Dyson. Good pick. Mo. I don't know. I don't know what he doing. Hunter, no longer with us. Jalen, always hurt. Vic, I don't know what they doing with him. Levert, why they got Levert on the team but still got Hunter on? Well, whatever. Levert, but I like him off the bench. Terrence Mann, I don't even know what Terrence Mann's job. Does anybody know what Terrence Mann's job is on the Hawks? I don't know what he's supposed to be doing. 6'5" shooting guard. Is he supposed to be like a jack of all trades or something like that? Garrison Matthews. I mean, I don't know what happened. Quinn just stopped playing this guy. Larry Nance, he got hurt. Damn, Larry Nance, 32. Niang, he overweight. If his three not falling, he don't really give you nothing. Onyeka Konwu, we all know he not 6'10". Undersized big. Plowden, I don't know. Zach, rookie. Roddy, no longer with us. 6'4" power forward. That's crazy. Yeah. I will have to say, woo-wee. Hey, when you look at this roster like this, man, it really opened your eyes, bro. Like, after Trae Young, the talent level dropped so much after Trae Young, bro. Talent level plus durability. They have more two-way players than we do. Well, my thing is this: how they got more two-way players than we do? Why we don't have more two-way players? Why we don't have more two-way players? I mean, they was fucking bro. They was under 500 when we was in the conference finals. The Orlando Magic was dirt while we was in the conference finals. Bro, the Pistons were the worst team in basketball last year. And they better than we are. What's taking so long for us to get two-way players, Southside? If that's the key, what do we do? What have we been doing? Somebody explain that to me. They got more two-way players. Then what have we been doing since 2021? Matter of fact, no, not even 2021. What have we been doing since 2017 when we get Trae Young? What have we been doing? I don't get it. Playing hard, not getting better. We've been drafting Kobe and AJ. Like, what are we doing in Atlanta, bro? Like, bro, I just don't understand how one organization just end up with bad leadership after bad leadership, bad front office after. Why? How we don't hit? How? I don't get it, man. I don't get it. I just don't get it. My man Mike said we've been on profile. If y'all don't know, that's Army talk. Meaning you always injured, you can't do nothing. You get a profile, meaning you telling your NCOs you can't do nothing. Where is our two-way players? Where is our other star player? Where's our other? We had another star player since you had Trae Young. Let's look at I don't even know. I don't even know why I'm gonna do this, but I'm gonna do it, man. Let's look, man. Let me look at OKC, man. And I heard them niggas still got. Let me see. When we was in the conference finals, what was OKC? Let's see. When we was in the conference finals in 2021. This is crazy. Okay, look at this, y'all. Look at this. Look at this. When we was in the conference finals, Oklahoma City, okay, was 22-50. Look at this. 22-50 with a -10 rating, bro. Net rating -10. Now we have been passed by just multiple teams. You've been passed by multiple teams. And what gets me is we don't even know who was in charge of all this drafting. Between Travis Schlink, between Landry Fields, between Kyle Korver, who was in charge of drafting all the from 2017 to last year? Like, I just don't get it, bruh. Like, how you don't hit on nothing? You got Trae Young. Who have you hit on? Let's see. Zach. Man, who else we drafted that's actually contributing to the team? I mean, it took a Conwell how many years just to become the starter? It took Jalen Johnson how many years to average 19 and 10? Like, bro, like, what are we doing? Like, who is at these pre-draft workouts? Who is at these one-on-one workouts saying, yeah, don't get this guy, get this guy? Like, I don't get it. I just don't get it, bro. We got draft miss after I don't think there's no franchise out there who's been worse than us when it comes to drafting in the last 25 years. Can anybody think of another franchise who's blown more top 10 picks, more lottery picks than the Atlanta Hawks since 2025? You've drafted since 2025. You drafted zero. You ain't drafted one dude to be top 3 in MVP voting. You ain't drafted one dude to be top 5 in MVP voting. Since 2000. The last 25 years. I don't think nobody besides the older cats, me, Marion, Foot, White Mike, who probably was around to even see us have an MVP candidate. I think most of y'all probably were kids when you had an MVP candidate. When you had defensive MVP candidate, you had Mutombo, MVP defensive guy candidate, all NBA player. You had Steve Smith, Mookie Blaylock. I don't think none of our young fans have ever seen us with a legit MVP candidate that finished top 3 in vote. The last 25 years, you ain't got one dude to make back-to-back all NBA teams. And then it gets worse when I just talk about the dudes that we drafted. Because we didn't draft Mutombo. We didn't draft Steve Smith. We didn't draft Mookie Blaylock. So it even gets worse. Like it's ridiculous that you look at the Detroit Pistons, who was the worst team all last year, setting all type of records, and in one off season, they better than we are. Come on, man. Come on. And then some fans really want to, and then fans want to get rid of the best player we got right now. For who? For what? Hey, niggas be like, hey, man, we could trade Trae Young and we'll let Vic be the, get the fuck, what? Hey, man, give these other dudes a chance. It's a reason why they in the G League. Like, it's crazy, bro. Hey, we could trade Trae Young, get Fred VanVleet. What? It's crazy to me, man. It's crazy. We are the worst drafting team in the NBA in the last 25 years. I think the only team who could probably keep up with us is the Kings. Even the Clippers got MVP candidates now. Man. But our owner don't think we need a president of basketball operations. They said they might that Miami package that Chauncey posted on home court. And he think that's a good deal, Ashley. Hey, he think that's a good deal, man. We're gonna get a couple second round picks, protect the first round pick. Jaime Jaquez, what's the black dude? The dude who used to be a Celtic, who only ball out against us. Terry Rozier. Like, man, what are we doing here? What are we doing here that fans will actually entertain something like that, bro? Like, that's crazy to me. That's crazy. Hey, I saw that Miami package. I was like, ain't no way, bro. Ain't no way, dog, that you would even consider that. I think I commented. I think I said, yeah, you'll be fired. Or I said something like, so you want to start over. I think I did leave a comment under there. But, I mean, gang, it's just, bro, I really, I'm just going to keep it a buck with y'all, bro. Like, I really don't got no answers, man. Like, we really stuck. The homie said, honestly, we can't rebuild till we control our picks. It's dumb to tank. I mean, listen, man, listen. And that's why I told y'all, man, I said that DeJounte Murray trade is probably the worst trade in Atlanta Hawk history. Because it's going to affect us for another 2 years. It affects how you do business. Because guess what? If you don't trade for DeJounte Murray, you have picks. Maybe you end up with Siakam. Because instead of saying, you know what, we like Kobe Buffkin, we'll throw in another first-round pick. You could do that. But since you don't have your picks, or what's next year? Next year, we don't have control of the pick. We get if we finish, well, it ain't gonna matter because I think the Spurs are gonna be worse than us next year because they ain't winning shit. But if we finish worse than the Spurs, they get to swap picks with us. So I mean, and then the year after that, you don't even have your pick. I mean, we don't even have the pick. Well, I mean, I think he went up there, Ashley, but he don't say nothing because They can't really ask him no real questions up there, man. They can't really ask him no real questions up there. So I mean, you know, but what does trip me out though, Ashley, is that you rarely saw Landry Fields up there. Oh my God. Hey, look, man. Hey, look. Hey, look. Hey, look. Hey, look. Hey, look. Hey, look, Trouble. Look. Casby wanna listen. I already know we finna mess this draft up. Listen, I already know we finna mess it up. They probably gonna end up taking somebody like Carter Bryant, who like is a nobody. Carter Bryant is another Marvin Williams. Why would you waste a lottery pick on a dude who come off the bench? I don't get it. I don't get it. You ain't learned from Marvin Williams. You ain't learned stop drafting dude. If they don't start on their own college team, what makes you think they gonna start at the NBA level? I mean, hell, they might start for us. I don't know. Cause shit, motherfucker might with our history, somebody gonna get hurt anyway. But if they don't start in college, why would you draft him in the lottery? It's the exact same thing that Marvin Williams did. Come off the bench, but he played a lot of minutes. And Marvin Williams was better than Carter Bryant. Bro, man. Then when you say, hey man, we should get Hanson Yang at 13 because, you know, you can do a lot of stuff with him on the offensive side. You might have to change some stuff. These cats be like, we don't want to change the offense. Quinn already got the offense running like it's supposed to be running. Man, listen. Let me tell you something, man. Y'all might see me get in these draft discussions and say who I would like, but I'm gonna give you my honest opinion. Okay, my honest opinion. I'm gonna keep it a buck with y'all. Okay, my honest opinion when it comes to the draft is this: I don't care who they draft, bro. I don't even care. I don't care. Because whoever they draft, I gotta charge it to the game anyway. I gotta support that player. You know, all we can really hope for is that somebody has a vision of what we're trying to do here. That's all I can hope for right now, that somebody out there in that organization has some type of vision on what we're supposed to do and what we're supposed to be. What it take? I don't know, White Mike. We cursed, man. We cursed. Jalen Johnson is better than Pascal Siakam. Are you talking about when did he become better than Pascal Siakam, Tank? Do we need to pull up? Let's pull up their resume, man. Since you think he's better than Pascal, okay. Let's just pull up the numbers. Let's see what the numbers say. Okay. We don't even have to argue. It's easy. Okay, let's look up Jalen Johnson. Okay, shout out Jalen Johnson, only 23. 6'8". Last year, he averaged 19, 10, and 5. He has a career. Okay, my son, thank you. He has a career average of 11 points, 6 rebounds, 3 assists, 1 steal, half a block, 32% from 3, 71 from the free throw line. Okay. Jalen Johnson has played 4 years with the Hawks. He's averaged 11 points, 6 rebounds, 2 assists, and 184 regular season games. Okay, we all see that, correct? We all see this, right? We see this? Okay, now let's see what Siakam. Let's look at Pascal Siakam. Let's see here. Pascal Siakam. This is crazy work right here. So this year he averaged 20 points, 7 boards, 3 assists, 1 steal, half a block, 51%, 52% from the field, 39% from 3. In the playoffs, he's giving you 21, 5, and 3. Damn, he's shooting 46% from 3 in the playoffs? God, he on fire. Sheesh. God dang. Career averages of 18, 6, and 3. 2 All-Star games. 1 Most Improved Player, 1 NBA championship. And last night, he became the Eastern Conference Finals MVP. So we're saying, so Tate, what is your, I don't understand. How is he better than Pascal Siakam? I don't understand. I need for you to explain how is Jalen Johnson better than Pascal Siakam? Like I don't understand how you come up with that. I don't get that logic. Can you explain that? Because like, I mean, you know, I love Jalen Johnson, but I can't agree with you on that one. You must be in a garage. You He said, take the woman doing all our drafting. That's why we can't get shit right. What's this? By the end of his career, Jalen will be better. Well, that's not the question, though. That is not the question. Tank said, don't move the goalposts. Don't move the goalpost. This is what Tank said. Okay? Let me go back because I don't want to misquote him. This is what he said. This is what he said. Jalen Johnson is better than Pascal Siakam, which he's talking right now. That's what that means. Jalen Johnson is better. He didn't say Jalen Johnson will be better. He said Jalen Johnson is better. How many people believe that? How many people believe that? That's what I'm trying to figure. That's what I'm trying. No, you didn't. No, don't add nothing to it now. That's not what you said. You didn't say upside. This is what you said. Jalen Johnson is better. You didn't say Jalen Johnson will be better. You said he's better. And I'm asking you, I need something to support that. Can you support that? Because the dude you talking about just won conference final MVP last night. That's what I'm trying to figure out. That's what I'm trying to figure out. So how is Jalen Johnson better than a Pascal? Pascal's a champion. Pascal just won conference final MVP last night. See, that's some of y'all problem right there. That's why we can't never trade for good players, because y'all overvalue these dudes. Y'all overvalue him. If you trying to win right now, you need Pascal Siakam over Jalen Johnson, period. If you want to win 2 and 3 years from now, then you can go with the Jalen Johnson route. But don't sit here and come up here with some wild tape and say somebody's better than a champion. Somebody's better. He was the number 2 option on a championship team. Let me pull up his numbers when he won a championship. Hold up, man. This is the type of stuff. That's why you can't never get deals done with Hawk fans. Because y'all be overvaluing these players. Okay? Hold up. Because this dude, if I'm correct, Siakam was the number 2 option. Hold up, I'm finna look that up. Hold up. Raptors won a championship when? 2017 or 2018? I'll look it up real quick. Hold up. Because you know what? Y'all know, I'm getting rid of all this delusion right now. Every time somebody say some delusional shit, I'm just finna look it up. The Warriors won in 2017, 2018. I just did that wrong. Raptors. I should have just did this. I should have just asked Raj. I know he knows. Raptors championship 2019. Okay. They won in 2019. Okay, let me see what Siakam put up. Let me see the numbers. Hold up. Boom. Oh, here goes Siakam stuff right here. Stats. Let me go to all the stats. Hold up, because I need to see something here, because niggas just be saying all type of reckless. Just be reckless with it. 2019. This year they won. Conference semifinals. 1, 2, 3. No, so it had to be before that. Let me see. Was it this one? First round conference finals. Finals. Okay. All right, let me take a look. Let me take a look here. Let me take a look here. So you telling me this what? So you telling me that? Let's see what he did. So this a playoffs. Okay. 24-6, 16-6, 30-11, 19-10, 24-9. So in the first round, he averaged 22, 8, and 3 on 53% shooting, 36 from 3. Okay. What did he do against Philly? Gave you another 19, 6, 2, 44% shooting, 27% on 3. Conference finals against the Bucks, they shut his ass down. 14, 6, 2, 40% from the field, 25 from 3. Then he shows back up in the finals, 19, well, let's call that 20, 8, 4, 50% shooting, 23% from 3. And you saying Jalen Johnson is better than this guy? Let's see. A career 33%, 34% three-point shooter. What did he do this year? 39% this year from 3. Gave you 20 points, 21 points, 21, 22, 24, 22, 21, 22, 16. Okay. 80 games, 60 games, 56, 68, 71, 39, 41, 80, 78. Nah, bro. Jalen Johnson not better than Siakam. See, and this is why y'all gotta watch how y'all word stuff. Okay. You gotta watch how you word stuff. If you think Jalen Johnson's gonna be better, then that's what you need to say. I think Jalen Johnson will be better. Jalen Johnson is better. That means you're talking about this right now. So don't try to back talk. Now, if you want to say, you know what, I was wrong, I meant to say this, I'll accept that. I'll accept that. But let's not come up here with just delusional stuff, right? But I'm used to Tank saying delusional stuff because Tank thinks Quinn Snyder is like this good coach. I mean, all I say is that Quinn Snyder is not a winner. My bad. Shout out my guy RJ, man. $2 super chat. My boy RJ in the building. What's good, my guy? He said Jalen Johnson is not better right now. That's facts. That's facts. That's facts. Drop the link. Let me defend Jalen Johnson. Man, I'm not defending. You can't defend Jalen Johnson. There's nothing you can say. Because I think a majority of Hawks fans, no, that's not what you said, Tank. I think a majority of the Hawks fans would, I don't know nobody who would disagree and say Jalen Johnson is probably a future all-star. But I don't think Hawks fans right now will come out and say, oh, he's better than Pascal right now, like you did. That's what you said. And now you want to backtrack. Nah. Stick with what you said. You said what you said. Okay. Now, do I agree that Jalen Johnson could be better? Sure. I can agree with that. But once again, you need to make sure you type what you mean. That's just me. You feel me? So what do y'all think about let me ask y'all this, chat. How big of a difference does having Rick Carlisle, a championship coach, how big of a difference do you think that makes compared to, say, like the Hawks with Quinn Snyder, who has a good regular season record but can't win in the playoffs? How much do you think that championship coach plays into what the Pacers have done? Because he got him in back-to-back conference finals. And I don't remember nobody in the chat, because I told y'all that the Pacers was better. I said the Pacers passed us 2 years ago. I said that. Big difference. You saw how he put Tibbs in New York back on the couch. I mean, he had Tibbs adjusting starting lineups and everything. I don't think Indiana didn't adjust their starting lineup, did they? They didn't adjust nothing on their starting lineup. But he had Tibbs. Tibbs didn't know if he wanted to start Josh Hart. He didn't know if he wanted to start what's the big man? Mitchell Robinson. Yeah, Tibbs just guessing. Crazy. Crazy. But I'm gonna go ahead and drop the link, man. I ain't gonna be up here too long, bro. I probably got another maybe 30 minutes, maybe 20 minutes. I'll drop the link. Come chop it up with your boy. And y'all can talk about any of the topics we were discussing, man. Look at this nonsense. I think Quinn could have gotten him to round 2, 3. Now, Quinn ain't never been to round 3, bro. What you talking about? Hold on, I'm finna prove you wrong right now. I'm finna shut this Quinn shit down right now. He could have got them to. Okay, let's see. I'm finna pull. Y'all crazy, man. Y'all be killing me up here, man. Y'all be killing me, man. Quinn Snyder could have done this. He could have done that. Okay, let's see. Y'all always say this dude better than he better than this dude. He better than that guy. Let's see. Let's see here. Okay. Hold up, man. Hold up. Okay, Quinn Snyder. Quinn Snyder has coached the Jazz from 2014 to 2022. He's coached the Hawks from 22 to 25. With the Jazz, he was 372 and 260. He's 100 games over 500 in the regular season. In the playoffs, 21 and 30. Let's see what he's done. What has he done in Atlanta? 87 and 99. 2 and 4 in the playoffs, and he's missed the playoffs the last 2 years. And y'all sitting here telling me how good of a coach he is? Y'all telling me how good this dude is? This dude would have took a team to. He ain't never been to the third round. He ain't never been to the third round. Let me see what he did in Utah. Let's see what he did. Look at this nonsense. Look at this nonsense. Net rate negative 1.1. 18th in the league in shooting threes. Awful. Awful. 40 and 42. 24 games behind first place. Awful. But let's see what he did with the Jazz, though. Look at all this winning he did. Look at this. Okay. When he took over in 2012, I think. Nope, he didn't. He took over in the rebuild. Was it 17? No. Let's see. Right here. 25 and 57. Okay. 38 and 44. Okay. 40 and 42. Okay. Then they start winning. 51 and 31. Lost in the semifinals. They was 5th in the conference. So they didn't have home court. Okay, cool. First year in the playoffs, cool. Next year, you win 48 games. Still 5th in the West. Lost in the conference semifinals. Okay. 50 and 32. Still 5th in the West. Lost in the first round. Wah, wah, wah. 44 and 28. 6th in the West. Damn, this dude stayed down there at the bottom, didn't he? Lost in the first round. Wow, wow, wow. 52 and 20. First in the conference. Lost in the semifinals. Wow, wow, wow. Hey, you know what's so funny about this one, though? You know what's so funny about this one? This is the series. That's the series, if I'm not mistaken. If I'm not mistaken, that's the series where Terrence Mann went off on his ass and they blew a 3-1 lead. They blew a 3-1 lead in the playoffs. Look at this. Look at this guy trying to defend it. Where did Mitchell lose in the playoffs second round? Okay. Where did Quinn lose in the playoffs the last 2 years, Southside? At least Mitchell made it to the playoffs. You ain't even made it. Wow, wow. What context do you need? What context do you need? The common denominator? Nah, because guess what? Quinn Snyder ain't even made the playoffs in the past 2 years. So no, ain't no common denominator Donovan Mitchell. Ain't no common denominator. Donovan Mitchell just was in the playoffs. Where was Quinn Snyder at? But y'all telling me, oh, he's such an amazing coach. Oh, my God. He can do all these things through Christ. Man, y'all better get out of here with that nonsense. And see, that's what be tripping me out. Yeah, y'all don't really, some of y'all don't really care about results. You don't care about results, okay? Which is funny because in pro sports, that's the only thing that matters is the results. It's the results. But y'all will come up here and bash, and this never made no sense to me, how you could come in here and support Quinn Snyder, who hasn't done nothing, but hate on Nate McMillan, who led you to the conference final. That's crazy. Hold up. There's more. 49 and 33. So he went from 1st to 5th. Lord have mercy. That must have been a fluke season. That was the COVID season, I bet. I bet this was COVID. Because then you go to 5th in the conference, lost in the first round again. Last year in Utah, you finished 12th and quit. No, excuse me. He quit after, when did we get him? So he quit. I think he quit after this year, either this year or 2022. I think he quit in 21 after they lost in the playoffs. Like, y'all be tripping me out, man. Y'all be tripping me out. Hold up. Hey, want me tell y'all why he like T-Man? Watch this. Nate showed he wasn't responsible once Lloyd Pierce's assistants left. Really? What you mean responsible? What you mean responsible? What you mean? Didn't we still make the playoffs? Didn't we still finish above 500? Y'all be tripping me out. Y'all be making every excuse on why Nate McMillan was winning games compared to a coach who losing games. Results from coaching have as much to do with the roster as it does with coaching. Good coaches don't win with bad rosters. That's not what I was told. I wasn't told that. I was told that Quinn Snyder is a guy like Quinn Snyder is a +10 in wins. That's what I was told. Quinn Snyder regarded as one of the best coaches in the league with his philosophy. Watch this, guys. Quinn Snyder is regarded as one of the best coaches in the league with his philosophy and his developing young talent. That's why why we can't pull up. Okay, I'm glad you said that. Hold on, I'm gonna come back to Tank. I'm glad you said that. What'd you say? Pull up Nate record with the Hawks. Okay, sure. Let's see. I don't even know why he asked me that, but we'll do it. I'll entertain it. I'll entertain it. Let's see here. What we get? Boom. Nate McMillan. 99 and 80. Oh, shit. They almost exact opposites. 99 and 80. 87-99. So what you trying to prove here, Jay? What you trying to prove here, Jay? What's your point? There it go. Nate McMillan, 18 games over 500. Quinn Snyder, under 500. What's your point? What we trying to prove here? Talk to me. Talk to me. I can't believe we had this dude, Lon Kruger. That's crazy work. Take the first year. What is this? Take the first year out? What do we do? What you mean? Take the first year. What you mean? You said pull up the record. I pulled up the record. What's the point you was trying to make? What's the point you was trying to make? You didn't say nothing about taking out the first year. What was your point? What's your original point? What was your original point, man? That's when Lloyd assistants left. Let me tell y'all something, man. Y'all tend to forget, okay, that when Nate McMillan took over, Lloyd Pierce was 7 games under 500. So what was Lloyd Pierce assistants doing the first half of the season? Somebody explain that to me. You gonna explain that, Destin? If his assistants was so good, how come Lloyd Pierce was 7 games under 500 when he got fired? I'll wait. Man, y'all wilding, bro. But I got a couple minutes. Players weren't bought in. Hold up, man. Players wasn't brought in under Lloyd. You know why players wasn't brought in under Lloyd? You know why? You know why they wasn't brought in? You know why? Because we were supposed to still be rebuilding. That's why. We were trying to get back into the lottery and get more assets. That's why players wasn't brought in. If Nate McMillan's so great of a head coach, why no one wants to hire him as their head coach? Because he doesn't want to be a head coach. He was on the Lakers roster. Nate won with a team that was already constructed. Constructed? Once again, Tristan, when Nate McMillan took over, we were 7 games under 500 at the break. So I need y'all to explain to me what team was built, because they were 7 games under 500 when he took over. I don't understand. I don't understand, man. Like, what is y'all talking about? Y'all acting like the roster we had was like supposed to be this amazing team that was supposed to compete and do something. Man, y'all on some nonsense, bro. I got about what time we got? We got about 30 minutes, man. Let me drop this link, man. We got about 30 minutes, then I got to get up out of here, man. I got to get up out of here, man. Y'all wilding tonight. Y'all wilding, chat. Here we go. They go to link. Come tap in with your boy, man. We talking all things Hawks. You want to talk president? You want to talk coach? You want to talk Trae? You want to talk draft? Come on up here. Let's get it popping, man. I'm telling you right now, make sure your camera is on. Make sure you ain't got no background noise. Okay? Please. We got 30 minutes left. If I need to come up here, I'll just dip. Go eat my dinner, go eat my steak. That's not true, Damon. Nate McMillan ain't getting no job. Nate McMillan worked for the Lakers. What you talking about? We got the homeboy Marion in the building, man. Jay, you gonna cut your camera on? I'll bring you up when your camera on. What's good, Marion? Talk to me, man. What you want to rap about, my guy?
What's going on, Damon?
Right.
I can rap about why we are where we at, and it's not about. And I'm not gonna mention the trade. I'll mention the draft picks. We picked a whole lot of jokers that's injured all the time. I mean, even with, unfortunately, when you talk about JJ, when you talk about Buffkin, and then we lost out totally on AJ Griffin. So we had basically right there in that span 3 draft picks, and we also could put Okongwu in there. We had a span of 4 draft picks, whereby we're not really getting anything from them because either they're not available or they're not here. In the case of AJ Griffin. So when you look at that, that's part of the reason why because when you really think about it, AJ Griffin was, in terms of his body type, in terms of how he played, he would have been a great 2-way player if he would have stuck around. But he's not here. Other than that, though, I mean, we just missed on the draft because when I look at the Indiana squad, you don't have anybody that's a great scorer. You don't have except for Tyler and Siakam. You don't have all these great players, but you got great players who great role players, and we could have had that, but we don't have it. Plus, they got a championship coach. I don't know what Tank's talking about. He doesn't understand basketball, but the championship coach is why they beat Cleveland. The championship coach is why they beat New York. Everybody thought they were going to lose. The championship coach is why they was in the finals last year. They are beating these teams based on coaching schemes, not based on the overall talent of the team, because these other teams are supposed to be more talented.
Do you think the Pacers are beating depleted teams that are injured?
No,
but that doesn't. The Pacers, that doesn't even matter.
No, the Knicks had everybody.
No, I'm talking about the Bucks, the Cavs, all those players.
That doesn't matter. You can't control that.
It don't matter, but that's the fact.
That's
the context I'm talking about.
No,
that's a fact.
That doesn't matter. You have to go out there. You have to go out there and win 4 times out of 7.
Of course, you got to win. I mean, the Pacers are doing their job. You got to go play the game.
But what we're saying is, bro, to get to the finals, you have to play somebody.
Hold on. If the Cavs are at full strength, do you think they beat the Cavs?
I don't know.
You do know.
I don't know.
You do know.
The thing is, we'll never know because it doesn't matter.
I mean, at the end of the day, but see,
they have to go out there. At the end of the day, they have to go out there and play a team 4 times out of 7. And if you're telling me that if the Cavs losing these guys, Darius Garland, or not having these guys, or the difference in why they lost in 5 games, not even 6, then those are even more reasons on why the Pacers were a better team than them. You can't. It doesn't. The way basketball works in playoffs, you got to be a team 4 times out of 7. There's no way.
I mean, at the end of the day, man, listen.
7 and say you're a better team than me.
You can only go ahead, Dre. Go ahead.
Well, I was gonna say to Marion, like the thing is, the Pacers have a lot of guys that can score the ball. It's just Halliburton is not one of the guys that's really good at scoring the ball. Like Pascal is an elite scorer. Honestly, bro, Ben Mathurin and Tatum in a lot of games being able to come in off the bench and just put buckets in the cup. Like they've been able to run a whole bench unit, and Ben Mathurin might play this game. I don't know what he got going on with Coach. I really don't know. I don't know if it's a defensive thing or what. But if you watch Ben Mathurin, who y'all know I've been saying the Hawks should figure a way to go get him, you can see very clearly he can just flat out score the ball.
Yeah.
They got Nembhard who can straight up score the ball. Like everybody on that squad that they really pass it to aside of Neesmith and them are actually good at scoring. Like people talk about Tyrese and his efficiency, but I'm like, well, okay, Trae Young has low numbers, but if you told him you can only get 15 shots, like Halliburton has 15 shots, Trae would be way more efficient, but he's not going to average 24. He's going to average, like Halliburton, 18 points. And the Hawks got to ask themselves, if Trae Young is only is he if you reduce his role to 15 shots a night, like Halliburton, can you win with Trae Young getting 18 points? I tell you, no. You need Trae to be aggressive because the fact he's willing to take those 35 push shots and occasionally they go in is why the defense still has to respect him.
But Jay, let me add to that, Joe. Hey Jay, let me add to that. You could win with Trae taking 15 shots, but that tells us that we need a better scorer on the team who can self-create, and that's where you get guys like Siakam. That's where you get guys like Nimrod. That's where you get guys like Mathurin. Because guess what? Halliburton, what I noticed about the Pacers compared to the Hawks, when Trae passes the ball, he has to pass the ball to guys already in their spot.
Right.
Halliburton can just make a regular pass on the wing and watch Siakam do his thing. Yep. He could pass the ball to Ben and watch Ben do his thing, right?
Right.
So that's the difference you get. And I also said this, when people complain about Trae Young's efficiency from shooting, I keep telling people this, man. If you get a better player who can score the ball on the court with Trae at the same time, one, Trae don't have to take 20-some shots a night. That's one.
Doesn't.
Right? Two, he can take easier shots because now you got somebody else on the court that the defense gotta account for. So if you had a Siakam on this team and Siakam get the cooking, guess what happens? Now they trying to double him. Now it can set Trae up. It can set others up for easier shots, easier opportunities.
So are you saying the Hawks doesn't need someone better than Trae?
No, let me say it like this. Let me say it like this, Tank. Let me say it like this because I want to make sure I make it clear. The Hawks need a guy who can score the ball at an elite level without having nobody to give them the ball. And that who falls under there? Usually your star players, right?
Well, I mean,
but that's why. But
disagree
see,
with
Jay,
that,
Jay. Let me say this real quick, Jay. But see, that's why I'm a fan, obviously at a reasonable price, of keeping LeVert. Because outside of Trae, LeVert was the only one who could come on the court. He don't need Trae Young on the court, right? And he can go get you buckets. Now, he is a little long in the tooth, but that's an example. We need a star level player who can do that. But we never get that type of player.
We got to develop him.
To be fair though, DeMar, the only thing I say on that is
you saw was this year when we had JJ right when we were playing in the play-in tournament.
Yeah,
that's when we saw, because we actually saw Trae kind of back off and allow Hunter and JJ to do their thing, and you saw how it could work. But I think that if you had the right player there, it would have worked better.
But Hunter, remember this though, Hunter is not a self-creator.
That's true.
He needs
Jalen Johnson. Jalen Johnson is amazing in transition, but when we in half court, which obviously is a big difference when you get to the playoffs, he a different ball player. We need a guy in half court. You throw it to him on the wing and get out the way.
So let me ask you.
Hey, Demond, I got a question, Demond. Maybe I got a question about that.
Hold on, I can't hear everybody. Let's go Marion, then John, and then
I got a question for the whole panel. This is the question: do you think it would have been better for us to trade for Siakam and watch the non-development of JJ in place of having Siakam playing on the court?
I'll say this. It depends. When y'all look at these trades, the thing we don't know is we have to understand what is the front office's goal. If the goal is to try to compete and win now, you obviously play Siakam. But if your goal is to develop young talent, you're not going to trade for Siakam because you're going to let your young guy, Jalen Johnson, play the games and develop. That's the thing that we all up here don't know. We don't know what the vision of the front office is. We can only guess by the moves they make. So when I see them go after Siakam, what's that telling me is they're trying to win now. I don't want to say, I'm not meaning, when I say win, I'm not gonna say championship, but they're trying to win games right now. Because you don't trade for Siakam to try to get back in the lottery. You see what I'm saying? So I mean, and that's the questions I always ask when people put up these trades and say go get this guy. The first thing I tell people is this: which one of our young players is going to suffer when you go get said player? What's up, John? And then we go see Wonder. Then we got RJ. Then we got Leon.
One more thing on that question. Just remember, we had DJ at the time.
I mean, to me, you're trying to win games if you're doing it at that point. But what's good, John?
All right, now you made a statement that Hunter was not.
Hold up real quick, John. RJ.
Yo,
I'm gonna need you to grow that mustache back, bro. You looking like a shaved coochie right now.
here we go.
What's good, John? I had to get that out, man. I was so used to seeing RJ with the mustache, man. What's good, John?
Man, that's dirty work to get assaulted like that on Sunday, man. Good. First off, you all made statements, and I've been hearing statements that there are people that can't operate without the ball being passed to them. Is that necessarily true, or is that the way that the offense is designed?
That's true.
It's true.
On our team,
I'm not sure. I'm not sure because
well, John, name me a player outside of Trae Young.
I don't know what we're talking about. These niggas can't dribble.
Outside of Trae Young, outside of LeVert, who can go get you a bucket.
No, you said DeAndre Hunter can't. That's not true.
No, I'm asking John, name me somebody outside of Trae Young and LeVert who can go get you a bucket. You give them the ball, they can dribble down.
JJ could
in transition.
That's not true. That's not true. That's not true, bro. That's not true.
You can get to the rim.
Hey. Wait a minute. Demond, you're the king of disclaimers.
As
soon as I bring up, but no,
John, because I already stated, and somebody correct me if I'm wrong. I already stated that I don't believe he is that good in the half court. I said that part already.
No. Well, none of the Hawks are. None of them.
Exactly. But guess what, Ron? If you can create your own shot, you can operate in the half court. That's what star players do. That's what the Ant-Mans do. That's what
I think
not necessarily because say for instance, the thing is that okay, you only get an assist when you make the shot. All right.
Okay.
You only get an assist for the other player when you make the shot. Just because a person passes the ball to you, that doesn't mean that you can't create your own shot, because guess what? Once you get the ball, you are shooting the ball and you have to create your own shot for it to go in.
He mean like off the dribble.
And there's something else.
You're off, John. You're off. No.
I'm off.
All right. I'm gonna be a stat with you though. The only thing that's separating to me Jalen Johnson from Pascal is half court shooting. Like
what you, Demond? You said I'm off. What you mean?
I'm being honest. I think you're a little too low. I think when you talk about Jalen in the half court, I think if we're saying he can't play in the half court, I mean, I think we're being a little we're reaching.
No.
There.
Yes, you are.
This is what I'm saying.
Can you hear me? Can y'all hear me?
I hear you, John. I hear you. You know what I was saying is this. What I'm saying is this. What they're doing right now, they're trying to nitpick. I just keep a general statement when it comes to Jalen Johnson.
Jalen is not drive offense when Trae's off the floor.
Exactly. Like I don't understand what games people be watching. I don't get it.
When Trae was off the floor,
you got plenty of games where Jalen Johnson in the half court.
No. Please go ahead. When Trae was off the floor, what?
I'm just saying, we had games. Jalen played games where Trae didn't play early in the season. He had triple doubles.
But he won.
Hold on. What does that have to do with what
plus the fact,
I don't.
But how could you? You're saying he's not good enough.
Driving offense. He's not driving offense.
If you're saying if the statement is he's not good enough in the half court, I understand what you're saying.
Yeah, he's not. That's all we're saying. Like that's
right.
It.
But that's the thing. You're not.
That's not what Demon's saying.
That's what I just said. What you talking about?
You said
so. See, it's not nitpicky.
He's not good.
He is better.
And hey, I wasn't through yet.
Okay, what I learned about some of y'all is that y'all get real sensitive if I don't use certain words. Let me
Well,
say it
but
like
you was
this.
Well, I
doing that
mean,
earlier.
No, no, no,
Yeah,
no,
it is.
no. It's
Because
not
listen,
that.
listen.
It's not
you was
that.
doing
They got a
us
point.
I
earlier.
just sat right there and said he not good in half court. Then this what happens. Then Leon will say, well, he not that good because A, B, C, and D. And then y'all be like, we agree, but Demond said it like this. That nigga not good in the half court.
Here's JJ's
Well, that's
problem.
different.
Here's JJ's problem. I'm sorry. I'll be done right after this, John. Like when you're at the 4, you got to do one or two things well to be like good enough at not just creating your own shot, and that's be a relentless rim finisher where you lean into your athleticism and your physicality, which Jalen does not. Like we always talk about, he takes a lot of floaters, he takes a lot of leaners, he takes a lot of don't want to put my shoulder into this guy ass shot in the 3 to 5 foot range, and he's also not like a plus 3-point shooter. So those are the two ways. He's like somewhere in between on both of those. So he's either going to have to pick one or start actually creating from the perimeter, no screen by himself. And then we can have a conversation. It's got to be one of those things, or he's just going to be this utility guy, which is basically what it is a utility guy with a lot of reps, with a lot of possessions.
But listen here, man. The dude can't even stay healthy yet, man.
Oh,
Yeah,
brother.
y'all
Oh, yeah,
putting
we can
all
talk
this-
about that.
y'all
Like, what
talking
are you
about
going to do about that?
Yeah, that's true.
Okay.
But-
What up?
but-
What up,
Stay
C1?
healthy.
You can't stay healthy.
Listen,
But let me finish.
Bruh.
Let me
Yeah,
finish.
John, let's go, John.
After
Oh,
Let's go,
yeah.
John.
Hold
I wanna hear this healthy
on.
shit.
Hold on real quick. Go ahead, John. Then we go to C Wonder.
Okay, now one thing I wanted to cover. Tank, you made a statement, or you asked a question about whether Indiana was feeding off of injured teams.
That's a fact.
Okay, and Jay, you said that didn't matter. Are you kidding?
You said what?
You got to play with you got to play who in front of you, John. Like
Yeah, I did. I am
agree with
not.
that.
Did
Man,
not.
like-
Hold on.
Bro, we played
I-
injured teams when we made our run.
I don't think
Okay,
That's a
hold on,
fact.
hold
That's a
on,
fact.
hold on, hold
It
on.
happens, bro.
Two things can be true.
Hold on, hold
That's a
on.
fact.
I am not denying that you have to do that. What I am saying is that is a factor as to whether those teams can compete with you
But
when
it
they
don't
are
ma-
missing vital pieces.
But
Now,
it doesn't matter because they not there. Why even discuss it? They not there. You don't know what's the result gonna be. They not
They're-
there.
They're about to get blown. They're about to get blown out by OKC.
but you still can say no.
OKC
I gotta disagree. I gotta disagree.
Hank, this is my thing. Who
I gotta
cares?
disagree with that.
I don't
I
care.
definitely gotta disagree with
They're
that,
not
bro.
that good.
You was
They're
the main
not that
one.
good, bro.
You was
That's
the
what I'm
main
telling
one
you.
saying
They're
it.
I've
overrated.
got to disagree with that.
They're
I don't
overrated.
understand.
I've got to disagree with that. Now Indiana, Indiana is good.
I don't care.
Indiana
If we
is
made the
good.
we made the playoffs, and them niggas send 2 niggas out there. I don't care. I hope it happened for us. I'll take any way to the finals. I don't care. There ain't gonna be no asterisk. I'm gonna take.
I am not denying that. I'm not denying that. And see, hey, I agree with you 100%. I agree with you 100%. Hey, if you make it to the finals by hook or by crook, you made it to the final. If you won the NBA championship by hook or by crook, you won the NBA championship. But do not act like, hold on. Do not act like that there are some factors that allowed us to get there when you look at what happened. Because people are going to ask what happened. How did you get there? They're going to ask that question. Well, it was a depleted such and such team, or such and such did this, or such and such did that. I mean,
if you win, though.
They overrated, bro. That's all I'm saying.
Whether it doesn't. It does matter if you win when you have the discussion. When you have the discussion, you can't discount that because, say, for instance, you meet those people the next year in the finals with their injured players, and they beat a tattoo into you.
Who cares? Did you win or lose? That's all that matters. No one cares about that other nonsense, man.
Yes, they do. Oh, yes, they do.
You don't care.
You know what
now you might not care, but see, no.
Listen, let me remind y'all.
I've seen it too many times. Okay,
let me remind y'all of something. The Atlanta Hawks are not in the finals. I don't know why y'all hating on the Pacers. I don't know why y'all hating on OKC.
I'm not hating on them.
Yes, y'all
I'm not hating on them.
I'm not hating on the Pacers.
Y'all need to be
Overrated.
asking why the fuck we not playing. That's what
They
y'all need to be asking.
overrated.
Y'all can
I've been asking. Well, hey, there ain't no sense of asking the unnecessary question. We already know why we not there. We already know why we ain't there.
They in the finals, and y'all worried
Nick
about
Russell,
meanwhile,
Fields,
2 years, no playoffs.
and Tony Russell.
Y'all worried about them. Y'all need to be worried about why we ain't beating the dudes we playing.
Hey,
doing that shit?
I do it every doggone night.
Hey,
Like,
what's
that's
up, guys?
crazy.
What's
Look at the record. Look at the record.
I don't care if the Hawks make the playoffs and that other team sent 3 niggas out there and they only got 1 nigga on the bench. I don't care. I don't care if they come out there with no coach. I don't care if they come out there with no shoes. I don't care who injured. I want to win. I don't know why y'all.
I want to win too.
That's
y'all
not the
come
point.
here
That's not the point.
Well, that's not the point.
They not in full strength. Listen, you play whoever in front of you. It's not
That's not the point. Demond, we already know that.
Nonsense.
Are you
No,
done?
it's not.
It's nonsense.
What's up, guys?
We already know that. You got to play the clown that's in front of you. But like I said,
get them team respect. We was better than the Pacers in 21.
I ain't giving them no respect until they get the trophy.
We was better than OKC. They passed us. Just get a team they respect. Damn, they in the finals.
If they beat OKC, they get my respect. But they get this.
Yeah, they only get respect if they get a ring.
They can't even make the playoffs. You talking about they gotta win.
I don't care. Hey, wait a minute. What did you just say? We ain't there. So what we talking about us for? It worked both ways. It works both ways.
They gotta win.
I came from the other side, and you didn't want to hear the other side.
Your team, the Atlanta Hawks, can't even make the fucking playoffs. Do you respect that, Tank?
If he was healthy, we made
it. Do the Hawks got your respect? 2 years, no playoffs.
If he was healthy, we would have made it. If he was healthy, we would have made it.
Hey, guys, I think y'all better look at the Indiana Pacers and learn the process. Look at the Indiana Pacers and learn the process. After 2021, Indiana Pacers start to move on reprocessing. They went and got a championship coach to begin that process.
I'm patiently waiting for my turn.
And then they went and got Chicago.
Oh yeah, AC
Wonder. You know they get me fired up.
They went and got a championship coach and then got Siakam to complete the process of getting to the finals.
Okay, we got it. Go ahead.
And Austin, I respect Dominique.
Go ahead, C. Wonder.
Yes, I respect Dominique.
Go ahead, C. Wonder. Let's see Wonder talk. Go ahead. Go ahead.
All right.
And then my guy RC got to talk. He ain't talk. Go ahead.
Y'all can hear me?
Yeah.
All right. God bless each and every one of y'all. Happy Sunday on y'all. Just came.
Oh, that ain't gonna help you. That ain't gonna help you. That's not going to help you.
You need to send a prayer to Tony.
That's not going to help you. You're in the devil's den now. You're in the devil's den.
Hell, I gotta keep it holy in some form of fashion.
Not in this forum.
When you come up here, you need to sage your room before you come up here.
Man, no, you need a witch doctor on standby.
I'll be wilding. But anyway, I just want to say this. Listen, Marion said this earlier. I'm kind of happy, as much as I like Pascal Siakam, that we didn't do that, because I like Jalen. I just think that he fits what we got. And I understand y'all are like, hey, man, we didn't make it. But I kind of agree with Tank. If we were healthy, I believe we would have made it. We would have made it. Because we're over 3 games over 500. We were in the 6th spot.
I've been saying it.
We were like, what, 2 games out of the first spot? Like, I'm just saying, bro.
It's a fact, bro.
It's unfortunate.
I mean,
it's a fact.
Okay. Wait.
How is it a fact when it didn't happen?
What I'm saying, it's not a fact.
I need to pull up. Let me pull up the definition of fact, because that didn't happen.
Yeah, don't.
We was healthy. We would have been in the conference finals.
I'm going to tell you like this, Tank.
It would have been a better chance of us being in the conference.
I need you up here when the season get ready to start, because I'm going to see if you're going to put your money where your mouth is.
Okay. I don't think so, bro. I think we could have won the first round series, bro. But
they couldn't even beat the Miami Heat, and they ain't even had nobody.
Yeah, we lost to number 9 and number 10.
We lost to 7.
Hey. Hey, you
So
threw.
No, we lost at 9 and 10.
Season start.
We
Tank,
lost to 7
you
and
need to be
10.
up
What are you
here
talking about?
because we finna play some bets. And you know we.
Wait a minute. I thought that.
We were in the
all right,
7-8
hey,
game.
hey.
How do we
Yeah, make
lose?
sure you here because
Hold on.
minimum bet 500. We bet
John,
500.
we lost the
I'm
7-8
gonna be here.
game. How we lose to 9? How was they 9? It was a 7-8 game.
All right, hang on. Let me finish.
I'm gonna be here
before I figure it out. All right, listen. I don't really think. I mean, would I like Giannis here? Yeah, cheap, but that's not gonna happen. But for me, I just think you keep the core 5.
Boo.
With veterans, rebuild the bench with veterans. That's what you got to do.
Boo.
That's what they're going to do. They don't really have no other options.
Try to say something, Devon.
That's just what it feels like they do.
Hold on, hey, Kool-Aid, you go after C1. Then we're gonna go RJ. Then we'll go to you. Oh, then we gotta go to Leon.
Yeah, but just
All
to finish,
right, you got to say shit.
even when it comes to Danny Ferry, Danny Ferry thing, I kind of expected it because I know Tony. This is the thing about Tony. He talks a good game, like, oh yeah, we going after the best dudes. And then because he gets our hopes up to be like, oh yeah, we're gonna get the best guy out here for president.
Get my hopes up.
And then what happens? It comes back to reality, and we get the bare minimum, or like Damon said, first time guys or guys that need a second chance. It's always like that.
It was 7 and 10.
He does it with cheap stuff, so I'm not surprised, but I'm done.
All right, what's good, RJ?
Hey man, listen, man. I don't know what y'all talking about, bro. Y'all live in a fantasy. Jalen Johnson is not better than Pascal Siakam.
Yes, he is. Yes,
he is. Could be, but he's not, bro. He can't even stay healthy for 50 games, bro. Stop it. Jalen Johnson can't even stay healthy, man. He needs.
What is he better at Pascal than?
Thank you. I'll wait.
All around, better rebounder, better passer,
it's not even close.
Better defender. I can keep going.
He's not a better defender.
Better transition player. I can keep going.
Yes. He just left the playoffs in transition points.
More athletic. He's more athletic.
What are you talking about?
He's more athletic. I don't know why I'm giving a fuck that he's more athletic. He's not better.
I can keep going.
Pascal a better scorer. He's a better scorer, and he's not a better defender.
That's it. He's a better scorer. He's a better scorer than Jalen. That's all he got.
He's not all he got.
That's all he got.
He's not a better defender. At best, they're the same.
I'm talking about RJ.
He's not a better defender. He's not.
The team is garbage. Face facts. Team is garbage.
They got a long
way to go. They got a long way to go, bro. It's not. There is no like next year. This team is going to be better, bro. This team got a long way to go, bro. You don't even have a backup center right now. What are we talking about here, man? Y'all hating on the Indiana Pacers saying they didn't play nobody or people are injured, bro, but they there. They there. And guess what? If my team was there, I guess who wouldn't give a damn? Me. And I know y'all wouldn't give a damn. So let's stop all of that. They ain't played nobody and all this. They there, though, and we sitting at home.
Acknowledge that they depleted teams all season. No, not all season, but all playoffs. Back to back seasons.
I don't care.
You don't gotta care. You don't gotta care. That's a fact. You don't have to care, bro.
Hey, what about the Knicks? The Knicks
ain't talking about the RJ. So do I need to butt in?
Go ahead, Kool-Aid. Go ahead.
All right. Whatever you do, Kool-Aid. Whatever you do, don't take your time.
Now I'm gonna try to make it sweet, man.
Do your best. I'm telling you.
Hold on, Kool-Aid. Let me just get this one.
I thought you were finished.
What I was about to say was, man, the whole point of the team is this right here, bro. It's time to face facts, bro. The team is rebuilding, and that's it, bro. Stop with all this whole like we overestimating our players, bro. Ain't nobody trying to trade for our guys like that. Let's be for real. Nobody's really trying to trade for our dudes like that. So, hey, it's a rebuild team, man. Go ahead, Kool-Aid. Go ahead.
All right, guys. Look, the proof is in the pudding, man. They got Siakam, and it was the ingredients that they needed to take them to a final championship, man. The man got MVP. He's $188 million worth. He earned his $188 million. Every bit of it. He had on his resume 3rd season He was with Kawhi Leonard and was one of the young players that helped supported that Kawhi Leonard to win a championship. He just didn't have what he needed to get there. Then he paired him with somebody like Halliburton, and it became a really good chemistry for them to get to a
30
championship.
seconds, Kool-Aid. 30 seconds.
Let me finish. Will them making changes to go get a championship coach that your boy Luka Doncic could not win with? See, that's what I say. If you're gonna win a championship, you're gonna get a championship coach. We don't have that. Okay? But what I'm saying right now is that we are not that far away. Let me tell you something, because making decisions is what gonna put you, whether you're gonna go far away or near. And honestly, making the right decision to fire Quinn, okay, and go get a real coach. This is what guts take to go win. Fire Quinn and go get a championship coach. He out there. The ex-Denver Nuggets coach.
You need a star.
He's a championship coach.
You need a superstar.
Go get him.
You need a superstar.
Okay. Then you go and get a Giannis or a Kevin Durant.
Hey, man, you done gone over like 45 seconds. Next.
Okay. Now I'm finished say the last little bit. And then after you do that, you go and draft Yang and Renault and start them. Trae, guess what I said? Just as second, go get Yang and Renault and start them with Kevin Durant, Dyson Daniel, and Trae Young as your starting five.
So you gonna start it with two centers?
That's two centers. Did I say two centers?
They two centers.
Right now, when you got two big people on the floor, one play center, one play power forward. How's it gonna be two centers? It ain't no such thing as two centers on the floor.
What?
One gonna be power forward and one gonna play center.
All right, great.
So then, guess who's gonna be traded? Guess who have to be traded for that to happen? Jalen Young. And maybe somebody else. Ricochet might have to be traded.
Hey, Mike, go ahead. Put your centers on the floor, Mike. Go ahead.
So do y'all want to win a championship? That's what it's gonna take to win a championship. And if they don't do it, I might sell my season ticket. If they don't do it, y'all want to start going to games, y'all can buy my season tickets. Cause I'll be selling them for the rest of the year.
Hey Mike, you putting two centers on the floor, bro. You putting Yang and Renault on the floor because we can skip you too.
Go look at those two guys playing. You tell me they can't play together.
I'm about to say, if you asking me, RJ, me personally, I think that it can work eventually, not like next season. No,
everybody else doing it though, man.
I mean, to be honest with you, I don't see Max.
Everybody else not doing that.
I mean, Max is a
the ones who win the championship got two centers on the floor, basically.
I'm trying to help you slightly.
Go ahead, Mike. Go ahead.
I'm trying to help you out slightly. You know what I'm saying? Max, in my opinion, or whatever, at the next level, even though he's a certain height, doesn't mean that he's a center. I mean, Cat is of center height, but I don't think you want to like live with him as your five. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's just my opinion. I think that Max will be able to play five, but I don't think that it'll be ideal. I think that he'll be a lot better if he probably played the four, be like your Laurie, Cat, or whatever types or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Along that realm. So, I mean, you know, down the line, maybe, you know what I'm saying? Not too crazy of an idea, you know. But I mean, as for I know Tank has said something real for like just, and I hear that all the time. He's saying, I guess he said no one does it or something like that. The thing that I'm seeing, like with a lot of things, and I would like for the Hawks to do or whatever, is just stop. We gotta stop trying to fit in. I know what like we're witnessing right now that is happening. You know what I'm saying? You see two high-paced teams, two teams that basically you might not say got like, I don't know, strong interior bigs player or something like that. I mean, Pascal is cool and all, he's nice and everything, but a lot of things with Pascal is like, you know, I mean, more of the kind of dribble drive stuff. I feel like, everything is still kind of perimeter started. So again, like I know you see that like both teams are in a sense that way, but at the same time, I don't want to like sit here and think, because it's the same thing with the Celtics. Said like last season, them shooting 63s, 53s minimum per. You know what I'm saying? Everybody automatically, oh, that's the way that you gotta try and do. And then people kept trying to, do the same thing, get up like 50 plus threes or whatever and shoot. I mean, one could say that hurt Minnesota. Minnesota sitting there trying to, get up at least 53s per game or whatever. As far as like I said, in my opinion, a lot of people could disagree with stuff or whatever, but I think that the Hawks and teams need to pay attention to being able to have guys who will actually post up, get down there and play in the post or whatever, because that's how you'll beat teams that's gonna have these extremely strong perimeter players and things like that. Defenders. A team like OKC and stuff like that, man, you gotta get the ball and start basically mid post and lower. It's just point blank period. Starting out top of the key and further out than that or whatever. You're just playing into like, strong, smaller defenders, good wingspans, you know what I'm saying? Just playing into their hands, man. So again, in my opinion, you want to have that. Whether it's a wing player who can catch the ball in the mid post, one move. I mean, not one move, but it'll be one move, but at maximum one dribble and score. Or you have a big who can catch the ball mid post to actually on the block, and it's one dribble at most and score. I would like to find that type of person to be go-to. So I feel like, you play that way and do that and everything like that. I feel like that would be
Jay
the
finna
first
say
team
Jalen can do that.
to get back to the what you say?
Jay finna say Jalen can do that.
No, I'm not. Yeah,
I just feel like if the team that can get to that point or do that or whatever, I feel like that's gonna be the team that you
I saw
see.
that finger go up. I already knew that.
Jalen, that's not what I was gonna say. I'm letting Mike finish though, but Mike, let me say something on that one.
Yo, what?
I want to say something.
All right, well, you're gonna have to let me.
What is it?
You're gonna have to let me talk back.
Yeah, I'm saying. Let me get it.
Y'all distract me, man. When fingers go up, y'all be like, y'all get alerted and crap. I'm like, oh Lord, what it is? What I triggered you about, Jay? Go ahead. What's you saying?
You are?
Go ahead.
Okay, yeah. So the thing is, the Nuggets definitely tried to be that 13-foot in team on the Thunder, and it did not work. And the reason why is because the Thunder had better bigs than I think people were giving them. Most of the year they played without a big.
All right. Well, then can we stop right there? Can we stop right there, because it's going to be a debate without actual footage and film.
Well, but this is what I was gonna say.
No, that's what I'm saying. It's going to be a debate, because what I'm talking about and I describe, even when I watch times Jokic get the ball, he still bailed guys out with the play and the style, and you don't keep to it. And it's also how far you still coming. It was rare that you'll see teams, and the same thing with Minnesota, I don't care, where they literally was stopping on the block and not going any further. Send your guys there, fight for position, stay there, start on one opposite side of the block, have Rudy, if anything, that you need to set a screen so you can come off that guy and come to the other block. Don't go no further. Stop your strong Julius Randle self, Aaron Gordon self, Jokic self. Stop strong on the block, get hit with the ball, turn around, hook shot, jump shot, whatever, off the glass, dunk on them really too. At that position, those type bids can literally turn and dunk if they need to on a Caruso, on a Dort, on anybody that close to the goal. Those guys can't do crap once you actually receive the ball. And the league in itself doesn't stick to basics out of overcommitment to playing on the perimeter. Another example, I watched it with my own eyes. I watched Minnesota versus OKC. It was a fast break. That's what I'm saying. I have to have film to show you the stupidity. It's a fast break opportunity. Minnesota gets the ball to steal. It is only Jalen Williams back. It is Julius Randle and Naz Reid. Naz Reid comes down the court, crosses the lane, and go to a corner three instead of crossing the lane and stopping, putting his back against a smaller defender, Jalen Dub, calling for the ball, catch it, turn around, drop it in. That's what I'm saying. Like stuff like that is completely removed from the game, and it is bailing out these teams who are getting away with, like I said, like OKC, they can get away with it because the basic fundamentals of basketball, of you know why this are 3 seconds? Because you will destroy teams if a nigga can just sit in front of the goal. So when you flash and you stay there, hit them immediately. Don't move. Don't go nowhere else. I'm just saying I want to see teams actually do it and actually commit to it. Not no, you know what I'm saying? But matter of fact, you don't even see it at all, bro. Like the crap is just, like I said, it's all perimeter oriented and base, all for the name of, like I said, starting for perimeter to drive. The whole game is about the guard getting to the paint to collapse things for him to kick out versus the guard stay out, throw it in, and then the high efficient big. See, we done made all the big holes, so y'all don't know what a high efficient post big look like anymore. So if you throw it down to one, he gets it. That defense is collapsing every single time, and you get your open threes that way. And that's also too the true way to slow a basketball game down. A team like OKC wanting to run up and down. The way you can slow a game down and truly control it is by post play. And of course you got to be efficient there, but that's the way you play. Other than that, bro, you about to be long rebounds. You about to be quick shots. And that's going to play into all that perimeter crap and this, and that, and running and everything like that. And I'm just saying, bro, the first team that decide to, like, you know what, let's go back to this, stop making the bigs being holes. Because look, bro, the Pacers made the finals with the big who can't get 5 rebounds. This man getting 3 rebounds a game, bro. Like, that shouldn't happen. That should not be possible. That shouldn't be acceptable for fans. It's mind-boggling to me. Like, Miles Turner is all-time too. Like, how you can't get 5 rebounds, bro, on your 6'11", 7 feet? Like, that's crazy work. I don't know, but anyway, I strongly believe the first team that go back to like saying like, you know what, we not finna keep just saying, you know, let's run just to run, or let's just throw up shots.
Have some real bad.
You're gonna be the team that's gonna win. That's gonna be the team that's gonna be the first team you see probably do back to back and be a 3-peat and stuff like that again. Other than that, we're gonna keep seeing this swap out crap. You're gonna keep seeing a new team each year at the way it is. I don't know. Some people might like that. Y'all might like the, you know what I'm saying, a brand new team, I guess, making it a run and stuff like that, you know. So I don't know.
Well, so where I was going with that, and I don't disagree with anything you were saying, but what I was going with that, somebody has some static going on again.
It might be me. Hang on, let me see something.
Yeah, where I was going with that, Mike, was more or less like, I get where you're going with the bigs. I think the league, the intriguing part of the Pacers and the Thunder is they are what the new NBA and the CBA is, where you can't be top heavy with stars anymore. You have to have a complete team. And I think the NBA, because now we're getting out of the Curry era where the Warriors, where you had to keep pace with them on the threes, we're reverting back to more of a faster paced mid-2000s type of basketball. So yeah, you're gonna need 2 bigs, but the days of the game going back to the post are still gonna, like, I thought that the Knicks tried to play through Cat in the post to keep the game scoring, but the problem is with the real special thing that the Pacers and the Thunder do is they're very good at turning you over. So even if you're playing a slow pace, you really cannot, like the Knicks lost the games because they just turned the ball over too much. You can't turn it over 16 and 17 times because now you're feeding the machine and they're going to kill you in transition. And they're taking 3, like you just want to be able to control the pace. But like they are the prime example of what I keep telling people when everyone's saying, well, our owner doesn't spend money, they don't do this. And I say, dude, there were like 10 different teams in the playoffs this year that were not in the luxury tax. And the teams with the highest payroll were sitting at home or they were out before the second round. The last 2 teams that were top 10 in payroll were the Knicks and the Timberwolves, and they were far and away outclassed by teams very far below the luxury tax, non-luxury tax teams, because you have to have a full roster. And so I was getting at.
Don't let Tony Russell hear you say that, Jay.
Well, but here's the reality. Because of how Adam Silver crafted the rules, because now you're in the luxury tax, first 2 apron environments in this CBA, until there's an amendment during the next CBA negotiation to loosen some of the financial restrictions, there's not going to be a back-to-back. The closest thing you're going to get is a team like the Thunder, who caught lightning in the bottle with the Shai Gilgeous-Alexander trade, and like okay, I took heat for this after we played the Thunder, because I said, is Sam Presti really good at drafting, or does he just get more swings at the apple? And this is why I was so opposed to the Hawks trading away the 2 picks, because when you get multiple, like, you're gonna miss on draft picks. Sam Presti has missed on a lot of freaking picks. Like, he's drafted Ty Washington in the first round. It's just you're picking 3-4 times in each draft. So I would hope you hit on at least once. If you get 2-3 picks, you should get at least one good player out of the 3 picks in the first round. But
Jay,
what I'm getting, well, hang on. Yeah. Before all I'm saying is the Hawks are better. I think they're closer than what people think they are. Am I saying next year they're gonna make some moves and go to the finals? Absolutely not.
You don't know that.
They're not that, like, in terms of what the new NBA is. You have to have affordable contracts. You have to have a good team. And once guys, you can really only pay one guy, one bad contract, your window is over.
AC wanted to swing it to I'm about to say before you go, since somebody else the first time. Yeah, Larry, first time up.
Oh, I see. I'm sorry.
Go ahead, Larry.
If Jay finished, go ahead, Larry.
Yeah, I'm done. I'm just saying the Hawks just got to keep going, keep.
You on mute, Larry, but Jay, you was on. But Jay, I wasn't necessarily real quick though. Before Larry go, I wasn't talking about no stars and, like, having to pay guys and stuff like that. I definitely, I understand the top. I'm not no super team person, or I'm not, I wasn't thinking like, that type of stuff. I was just literally talking about, like I said, just again, basketball in its general self, man. I get into it with Matt and stuff all the time. He's like, "What is modern basketball?" I'm like, well, the modern, for me, y'all making modern seem like just dumb. You know what I'm saying? Just means dumb basketball. I can understand adjustments and doing stuff a certain way, but not at the expense of just like basic basketball that's like going to kill you. Because, like, again, though, I like Minnesota, I was saying certain stuff to, guys in our chat, and then, like, after the actual series, I mean, people were getting on about it. Paul George said the same thing I was saying. I was like, I mean, yeah, they probably could have still lost, who knows? But what I'm saying is that I'm not even seeing the attempt or the adjustment to say, you know what, let me get Ant-Man here. Because to be real with you, Ant does have the ability to stop mid-post area, catch the ball, make a quick move, one dribble most, and pull up and do what he need to do. Whether he make it or not, we'll live with it, bro. If you breaking, so what? But I would tell him, like, don't pass that hole, get the ball, boom, boom, turn around, fade. We gonna live with you, dog. You know what I'm saying?
That was his game last year. So analytics ruined his game this year. I agree with that.
But that's what I'm saying, though. So, but I'm saying not at the expense of, like,
triple threat basketball last year.
Yes, I'm saying not at it.
How did analytics? How did analytics ruin his game? That's what I want. How did analytics ruin his game?
You know how it did? Because Ant led the league in 3-point shooting. He shot more 3-point in the league than any player.
Well, he made more 3-pointers.
Question.
Well, I'm saying, but his game turned into what you call a 3-point shooting game, and he lived by the 3 and still died by the 3.
No, he don't.
That rule.
Okay, he does not.
Okay, all right. Let me tell you something.
That's not true.
No.
To answer John's question,
that's not true.
Analytics.
Listen to John. John, listen to me, John. He started shooting 3, John.
That's not true.
Started shooting 3.
That's not true.
That's why his game changed and his analytics changed. They are on 3-point.
That's not true. That's not true.
All right, John. To answer,
believe that, John. All analytics is on 3-point shooting.
To answer your question about why analytics ruined it, you gotta listen to how, like, Jeff Teague talks. Like, so the Timberwolves are one of those teams that are ran by analytics folks who believe, okay, 3 is better than 2. You have to be able to shoot like 60% from 3 to make the same point. I mean, from 2 to make the same points as shooting like 35 or 36% from 3. So what they've coached Anthony Edwards to do coming off this Olympics is to take more of those 3-point shots and drive it to the rim to collapse it. So, like, last year when you watched Anthony Edwards in the Timberwolves, he operated more in the mid-range. Defenses had to rotate to him, and he could just swing the ball. This year, it was like, Ant, we want you to take the first 3-point shot open. If they try to take the 3-point shot away, drive it all the way to the basket, because he's one of those dudes that puts pressure on the rim, and they want him to kick it out. So they've taken away the things that he was really excellent at. Like if you like to Mike, when Mike was talking about, had so much work on that low block as a player. It was crazy. Like I seen this dude hit like a trip, like not pick up his dribble. I mean, he picked up his dribble and he hit one dude with this like 3 pivots in a row, a dream shake, turned around, hit a fadeaway. It was beautiful. But he was doing a lot of that last year, and this year the coaching staff, and now it also has some personnel changes. Julius Randle plays a different way than Cat, and wanted to operate in those spaces. But he was coached to take the first 3 off the dribble that he can get and drive to the basket. Ain't no way his game voluntarily, just changed in a season on his own. That is we're playing the numbers. We're trying to hit 40. We're trying to get to a point where we take 43s a game, 53s a game. When you take that many threes, the team has to spread out on you. This is the math. This is how the Celtics did it. And it makes your layups easier. But then you take the mid-range game out. But, like, again, that's all analytics.
That's not basketball, man. Everybody running up to the three-point line and shooting is not basketball. You know why the Celtics didn't win? Because they don't run plays. Once you get a mind in the man's head, you don't have no plays on the floor, and all you doing is walking up to the three-point line and shooting, and depending on whether they're going to go in or out, and then you're looking at how bad the league is shooting that three-point percentage. Even when we shot bad, they was not that much pass up on three-point shooting percentages.
Well, I will say this though,
you know what? That's why the league looking more and more stupid. That when you start seeing these boys, you know why Shea is called what you call the Trae Young. He's proper and baiting fouls because he goes in the lane. He gets up in there. He plays the game. If you want to say playing the game the right way, that's playing the game the right way.
Okay, what we can't argue with though is
it ain't no. You know what it is? How many times he can get to the 3-point? How many lines he can get to the free throw line? And what his percentage is shoot from the free throw line? That doesn't put no analytics in the game.
Well, here's the
how many times I can get to the free throw line.
Here's the analytics that matter. LeBron and Steve Nash was talking about this. It's out there on YouTube. It's verifiable in numbers. In the playoffs, and this goes all the way back to like 2012 or whenever the Warriors really started breaking the game with the three-point shot. Do y'all know the team that makes just one more three-point shot in the playoffs for the past 10 years now, whoever makes one more, if you make one more three-point shot than your opponent, you have won 60% of the time. Yeah, I'm just making one more three-point shot.
Yeah, but to that thing though. But Jay, to that what you saying? No. It's crazy, but also too. And then I'll let you go see one real quick. But I hear you, but it makes sense. But it's also too. It sounds like for me, my thought process would also be is because it stayed even true because teams really began to rely on the 3-point shot. Like it's not surprising that you're picking the Warriors error. And I'll also say as well, the Warriors when they got off and the Warriors really went off, that's also the time period that you saw that really the league might be better than it was then big wise. It's just right now all the bigs want to shoot threes and crap. But remember,
those bigs at the time got relegated out.
I'm gonna go after C1. I'll go after C1.
You see this guy? Y'all know who this guy is right here.
It was not. It hasn't been a dominant big. The last team to basically beat a dominant and real big or whatever, like literally on both sides and stuff, is the freaking Miami Heat, bro. It's like LeBron them, like. I'm sorry, but the Warriors, if it was
to be a dominant big team, like be bigger than you and win.
No, not bigger. A team with a dominant big. That's Tim Duncan, and that's the Heat beating Tim Duncan and the Spurs, even though that's towards the quote unquote end.
Did y'all know the Lakers won in the bubble with Dwight Howard, JaVale McGee, and
Steph Curry and stuff like that is fine though, but like a peak and a real Tim Duncan and stuff. Bro, the Warriors ain't doing that stuff, bro. Getting away. Like Tim Duncan is making them get out that crap. Like y'all
know who this guy is.
Maybe
this guy is right here. So y'all know who this guy is right here. This is John. You know how many championship Curry won with this guy.
Kool-Aid,
You know the championship shot.
Kool-Aid. You distracting from the conversation. Like you're not.
No, it's the same conversation, man.
It's not. You talking about
Southside?
Because
You're right.
the 3-point shooting was also created with this guy right here.
I can't even hear what Mike is saying.
My fault. I did right then. I was just responding to Southside, but now people are right. The only big right now who has that size and the skill set, in my opinion, that I'm like explaining this stuff is Embiid, but Embiid doesn't play half the time. We all know that. And then also too, when he does play, he be doing the new era bull. He be bailing folks out, bro, wanting to fade away and fall. If Embiid just simply made all his moves when he came out of it and went and pivoted towards the goal instead of fading away, and then when he pivot towards the goal, don't fall, actually be strong and dunk it like bigs a pass would do, stay strong all the way through, man, that nigga would literally dominate the crap out of the league.
Mike, we'll see what the Mavericks do, because they are the new they're supposed to be that mode of a team with AD and Lively or
AD just gotta stay healthy.
But I'm just saying they're gonna be that size. But see, the problem is you would need a big dude like Embiid. But today, even with Embiid in his prime, before all the injuries and all that, the teams put so much pressure on that center to guard in space. And Embiid has never really been good at that. It's like you have to commit to being in a drop. And I honestly think that's probably why Philadelphia loses, because at some point it's too easy. NBA teams have figured out if a team is gonna sit in the drop on you, deep drop or play at the level.
But I'm still gonna argue against that, because look at this, and I'm gonna let C1 go. But it's about your commitment. I don't care if I'm in the drop and you saying it hurting me, but when I come to the other end, the way I am and how I play, you got to guard me. If Embiid did not do that whole crap and played the way I'm describing, he will put teams constantly in foul trouble, in issues and stuff like that. And the next thing you know, whatever, like I say, you're forcing yourself to then adjust to like the fact that you got this dominant big. And then on top of that, Embiid wasn't necessarily just completely horrible. He was a good defender. No,
I'm not saying he was horrible.
So, you know what I'm saying? But even with his drop at times or whatever, a lot of it would do with the fact that bruh just can't stay healthy and him being lazy. But Embiid it's times where you saw Embiid when he fully actually doing it and healthy. He'll get out there, follow some crap all the way to the goal and block that crap right off the backboard and they going the other way. It's just the consistent factor with Embiid and his health. But I'm shut up, man.
That's true. But to your point, Mike, we saw prime. Yeah, but to your point, we personally saw, the Hawks personally saw prime Embiid when he was doing that. He averaged like 40 on us, and they still didn't win 4 times out of 7, because at the end of the day, it was too easy to attack their defense in a drop. Even though they had all them NBA defenders, once you got that size moving,
that's what really I'm gonna let C1 go. But Philly built. But I'm saying though, Jay, I'm gonna let C1 go. But again, Philly bailed us out. Embiid just simply has the touch and size, but he doesn't have the mentality that I'm talking about. He consistently has bailed the league out and his defenders. He does it all the time. Go C1.
All right. Y'all can hear me? Y'all can hear me?
I'm going after C1.
We can hear you. Yeah, you good, John.
Yeah, I do want to touch on what Mike said. When Joel Embiid played like that, he won MVP. Just to say it, like when he actually was being dominant, he played like an MVP. He did bail us out in the Eastern Conference Finals. Same reason why Ben Simmons did it too. I will say this though, I know Jay said that we're probably not going to win the championship next year, and I would say yeah. However, I will say this: considering Jason Tatum's going to be out for the rest of the season next year, Damian Lillard is going to be out. We don't know where Giannis is going to be at. I don't think Cleveland's going to get any better than what they are right now. The East is wide open. Like, it's wide open next year. Big time. And that's why I'd say stick with what you got and just build up the bench as best you can with veteran talent and just see what you can do after that. I don't really like the idea of just going big unless you can do it reasonably. I understand what Jay's saying, too, especially when it comes to the three-point shot and, like, the analytics and things. I didn't like the fact that they changed Ant-Man's play style. I didn't, because it's the same reason why I like at Quinn. I don't like the whole changing the pick and roll with Trae. It's like you got to stick with what your guy is good at and what brought him to the dance. If the defense doesn't adjust on that, then you can switch it up a little bit. But I just don't like this constant changing and evolving of the play styles all the time. Like, just stick with the basic stuff. Like Mike said, like,
the team that sticks with the thing that works and has a good dominant big man. But the problem is the big man, he making a return, but yeah, I don't know.
You would need a Shaq, bro. You would need Shaq to do like Shaq.
You're gonna need people like Shaq. That's why I'm looking at Yang. That's why I look at Yang, and I understand why Mike likes him. I like him too. But I was saying that him and I were talking about it on Twitter. I was like, for me, my thing is with Mike. Let me ask you, since Mike is here, do you think he gonna be a starter long term? Do you see him as a starter, or you see him as a backup?
Oh, if the question we talking about long term, no doubt, I see him as a starter.
Okay, so what does that leave Okongwu then?
Long term,
go.
Where's the
go? Who cares
go,
about
boy? Go.
Who cares?
Stop holding on to Okongwu. Zero gone. He won't be on the freaking team.
Oh, Kool-Aid. I'm asking.
Bet 100.
Stop talking about Okongwu when he's gone.
Bet 100. Hey, Kool-Aid. I got $1,000 on it, Kool-Aid.
Well, y'all gotta put a time period on it. But if we talking like I said,
I got $1,000 on it.
For me, it's not bad if say Yang is not the quote unquote starter until like year 3 for him. You know what I'm saying? And if that happened or whatever, that'll be like about 9 or 10 for 00 or whatnot. So I mean, if you did move on from him, it ain't that big of a deal though. But at the same time,
say year 9 or 10.
Before that, I just say that to keep
year 9 or 10 is crazy, man. I mean, that's fucked up. That's
I'm saying for 00, that's what time period he would be, and he'll be in like year 9 or 10 by then.
My thing is, that's the issue. That's why when it comes to Asa Newell, I understand
that nigga trash.
Leo, let me talk.
They ain't gonna call him trash though. But see Wonder. The thing is that when you heard me and I talk about, you know what I'm saying, what need to be able to happen is the fact that like I see Yang, not saying that he's the one to do it. I'm just saying he's the one that I currently see that has the potential to like maybe become that, because he does have the traditional stuff that you need around the goal. And I pay attention to that too. When he make his moves and stuff like that, he does a good job coming out of his pivots, going to the goal, towards the goal. I personally have a bad habit in doing that sometimes, is that when I pivot or something like that, you might fade away, you know what I'm saying? Or go away from the goal and do it. I was just talking about Embiid constantly bailing people out.
Shoulders, they lower their shoulders,
or even not necessarily whatever, but just go towards the goal. As much as possible, he's going towards the goal. And then he has the modern ability mixed in to where, you know what I'm saying, and actually play point guard like younger ages and stuff, to do a lot of the top of the key type stuff and everything, to still keep, you know, a lot of the more modern style play with the dribble handoffs and DHOs and all that type stuff and everything like that. So just being able to deploy the stuff, the ability to do it. So like I said though, it's to play out, you know what I'm saying? But I don't see that potential in Asa Newell, you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying he trash or going to be trash. I don't see that he'll have the ability of a point of game of what I was describing, or what I would like for us to get to, where you can count on the guy and like you can throw it to him on the block, like you stay there. And then also too, I also want us to, anybody we add point blank period going forward, especially still having Trae, everybody need to be a position, like in their position, you need to be big. Like we need positional advantages. 2 through 5, everybody need to be a big 2. You need to be a big 3. I want you to be, you know, size favor you on the 4, and then, you know, saying 5. I mean, yeah, Yang can offer that being 7'2" and stuff like that. So,
this is the thing about Yang. The reason why is that I think the only way he's going to be able to do that, he's going to have to start, and that means you're going to have to get rid of Okongwu either.
Why does he have to start?
I don't think you have to entertain that stuff right
start day one. Start the process.
He's the guy you got to run.
See Wonder. Can I tell you something real quick?
Let's not play around with this bull crap, bro.
Well, wait, hang on. See,
let's start him and start him day one and start this so we can start learning from day one, man.
I'm gonna be honest with you. The Hawks fired Landry Fields because they're trying to actually win next year. Trae's already put it out there. You know, they're trying to win games. Okay. I'm gonna be straight up, even if they were not trying to win games, that does change it. There is nobody at 13 and 22 that is going to play a giant role in the Hawks. Like rookies are generally back.
I guarantee you, man. They get Yang and know, man. It's gonna be one of the best things that the Hawks can do, bro.
I'm telling you, I mean, most rookies do not help their teams win games. So you're not
You
relying.
bring in and Duncan and your boy Admiral right off the bat and put them on the floor together, man. I'm telling you, you're gonna start the process of one of the best backcourt ever, man.
Okay, well, let me just say this. The reason why I like Asa Newell, so that I can give my reason
Didn't
why.
nobody ask you why you like that trash ass nigga?
Leon, chill out, dog. Golly,
That nigga sucks, bro.
Why you hate? Okay, anyway, let me tell you why I like it, so Leon can tell me why he hates him so bad. Anyway, number one is people say, well, it's only because he's a Georgia boy. No, it's not because he's a Georgia boy. I just like his fluidity. The brothers is
fluidity. You know what they used to use that word for all the time? Cam.
Leon,
that shit.
My thing,
That's
bro.
the word for Cam Reddish is fluidity.
Yeah, hang on a minute. First of all, I like his fluidity. I also like his transitional game. I like that his motor. Jay talked about that before, and I watched his game. The brother don't take no plays off. He's a high motor, high intensity type of dude, especially with his athleticism. He gives it 110%. He had 420 and 10 games in college. And that was, I think, tied next to Cooper Flagg as like the best 20 and 10 games in the league for freshmen. So that's a pretty accomplished thing. He was also voted in the top 10 in the Akeem Olajuwon like Big Man Award. That's not a small accomplishment. And a lot of folks look at it and they say that he has, traits of Chris Bosh, Jarrett Jackson Jr.,
Jesus fucking Christ,
and Derek Lively. I feel like, especially when we're talking about Trae, if Trae's going to be here for the long term, you need athletic, as you said, Mike, guys that can go and finish plays, guys who can set picks, guys that can finish and clean up the basket and clean up around the rim, guys that can run and sprint and transition, and also guys that can stretch the floor. Now, he wasn't good in the beginning of shooting threes, but as the season prolonged, like Zach, he got better from three. So for me, the reason why I like Asa coming off the bench is that you can put him at the 5 or the 4. He can either play with JJ or play with a Congo, or you can have him play with Moji if that's what you want him to do. And he is a guy that can really can finish plays and give you good drop coverage and block shots and stuff. I like Yang.
Hey, Leon.
I like Yang. But
what's up?
He is.
Yeah,
I don't know if I would draft him at 13. That's just the only thing. But that's
Larry back.
John didn't get
I was gonna go next, but I let Larry.
Leon, you seen how
Hey, yo, I didn't know who that was.
Who?
Larry. I'm so used to Larry having his regular background.
Oh, yeah.
Where you at, man? Where you at?
I was like, this a new dude or something? I'm so used to Larry's background and stuff.
No, Larry, like all Braves fans, he's just trying to darkness, trying to avoid all this embarrassment that we're going through right now. Larry,
let's don't talk about the Braves.
Larry, we had 2 guys on with
nobody
else. With nobody else.
Oh,
2 guys out in the
Steve Wonder, don't talk about that today.
I'm sorry.
Don't talk about that. That's let's just leave that alone.
All right.
With the draft, first of all, appreciate you having me on the stream as always. Guys, make sure you hit that like button. It's the lifeblood of all our streams. For real.
Pretty fucking good.
Y'all enjoy this content all the time. At the very least, hit the damn like button. Okay. So with drafting,
oh boy.
I'm sorry, C Wonder. I do not agree. I feel like that Asa Newell needed to cook a little bit more at Georgia. I feel like he is 100% Skyhawks bound.
Gen Z JC, baby.
That's just my opinion. You know what I'm saying? I did about 5 Bulldog games this year, and while I like his talent, he plays like what Mike is talking about. He starts from the perimeter first and then works his way in instead of going in the post, because he was bigger. He should have been just like Braun out of Auburn. He got the body size to do it, but he don't have the mentality to do it. And that's like a fundamental thing that you're gonna have to teach him and teach him how to do it. I just feel like he's not better than JJ coming out skill wise. And JJ spent all of his time, his rookie year at College Park. So I feel like He'll be a College Park All-Star.
And
I
JJ
feel
still
like,
trying to learn post moves.
yeah, I feel like Yang, while people are down on Yang because he's not athletic, this, that, and the third, perception-wise, if you look at the numbers of the combine with Circle K and him, he outpaces him. Now, is he going to be a rim protector like Special K? No, I don't think so. But and this is me going against my normal instincts of trying to get a rim protector like threat. I am of the belief now that Yang is probably, outside of him and Max, the most skilled big man. I think he's more balanced than Max. I think offensively, Max is probably the best. But he's more of a 4 than a 5. And I can't have, like, if I draft Max, like I've been saying, that's a contingency plan on JJ, getting hurt again, which is a 50-50 possibility right now. For the past 2 years, he's been out for over 25 games. So, yeah. On one thing that I wanted to go back on what Jay was talking about, saying he feels like, depending on roster construction, the Hawks can make a big leap. Where here's the difference. While Turner is a horrible rebounder, worse than the Kongu, to be honest, rebounder. What he did have in that final game was 5 blocks. So he is a shot blocker and deterrent in the paint. We don't have that right now.
No.
So for me, if you want to match what the league is doing perimeter-wise, you would draft a guy like Fleming or Coward at 13. I don't think Inwa, or however you say his name, the other French dude, I know Mike won the international team. I don't think he's going to be at 13. I think he's going top 10. Easy.
You think Noah Sengun's going top 10?
Noah? Yeah, I think.
I think Carter Bryant's going top 10. I think he's going to sneak in there.
Yeah, I think he's going to go top 10. So
Carter Bryant's a wasted pick.
If I was a Hawks, for fit and for dog ability, I definitely get Finley. I'm going to push that. I hope that Yang is there. If you had to pull my leg, I would get Yang first, because in my opinion, I think in 2 years he would be the starter. I don't think anyone we draft is going to, outside of Yang, is going to play a significant role on this team. Maybe we got Special K. He could be a Kongu's backup, just like Yang. But I feel like Yang, with his ability with the dribble handoffs and all that, he thrives in that type of stuff. His decision making is excellent. He is a shot blocker. He has slow feet, but I mean, there's a lot of centers that have slow feet. We are in the era of no center, guys. If you can find, that's why Wemby is so dominant right now. Not only because of his skill wise, but I mean, we're just in a 6'9", 6'10" era. That it's starting to change because a lot of guys are coming out now that's 7 foot or taller. I don't think we should miss that bus on a guy that's potentially skilled. If you're going to take a risk on it, the more I look at it, outside of getting to the top 7 or something like that, I feel like I can put Yang measurables against a lot of guys that are so-called better because they played against better competition in college. But again, all college teams ain't the same. All college leagues ain't the same. So if you playing such and such in whatever league, every game ain't gonna be tough, So I don't know. I just really like Yang now. I think he has the outside of Special K, those two can really come in and be a backup to a Okongwu and really like give a different dynamic. Give a different dynamic that we don't have on this team right now. Now, if we're in a win now mode, don't be surprised if those picks get moved. Okay, I don't want anybody to get upset, but Trae talking about promise on there, talking about this, they'll be you
That's
next
because
time,
he's stupid
King.
ass, just like us, believing in the front office and shit. Dumbass nigga.
I know, man.
Leon, chill, dog.
Oh, I don't believe in the front office, guys. Look, before I get on Quinn, before I get on Trae, all roads lead back to this front office and the ownership. And I guess people don't like to talk about it because it ain't gonna change. So why harp on it, Larry? Because the truth is the truth,
Amen.
So, and I can't overlook the truth. Now, what can we do to fix it? We have to draft well because we can't attract the star power that we want to try to coincide with Trae Young, But you cannot have a 6'9" center, in my opinion, that's not a rim protector. Like if it was Bam Adebayo, a better defender, then I can say, okay, and an excellent rebounder. Now, Bam does forget himself about being aggressive, and he is very passive sometimes. But the defensive side of a 6'9" center, that's what you're looking for if you want to have beside Trae Young. Not an offensive minded like Okongwu. And I will give Okongwu credit. Okongwu earned the starting spot. I mean, he did. So, but I feel like in 2 years, you ain't going to take his spot personally. But.
Real quick, let me say this.
Yes,
shout out to homeboy, my boy DeMario. He said draft not to create a Gatorade sponsored team. That's what some Hawks fans want. I fucking don't. I don't know what's a Gatorade sponsored team.
I don't know what that
niggas.
is.
He means niggas who will ride. He means niggas who will ride the bench. He means niggas who will ride the bench.
He said don't pick.
Okay,
I got it. I got
it. Real funny, nigga.
That's funny.
Well, I mean, look, man, we're not in the top.
That's crazy.
We're not in the top 7.
Mario, you wildin'.
Right.
Look, everybody that we draft is.
I just feel like
look, guys,
if everybody else
right
had
now, man.
13 and 22, they would have drafted 2 all NBA players to be in the finals next year. But the Hawks gonna draft 2 bucks because we the Hawks.
I think DeMond wanted to give his young still.
I'm telling you guys.
We got a question though.
DeMond, you on the Yang game? 100%.
Hey, I've been on a Yang game for a minute now, man. Hey, I ain't say shit about Newell, and I don't know how long.
Look, I saw James.
Thank God.
I saw James work out with these brothers.
Can I go?
Go ahead,
Hey,
John.
I'm finna go. I'm finna roll. So unless Mike got it, I'm finna end the show. Unless Mike got it, because I'm finna roll.
I'll hold it down. 15 more minutes. Go ahead, Joe.
Yeah, the last of us.
I'll catch up with y'all, gang.
All right, take care.
Not the Last of Us. I thought you were going to do me Daredevil. I was like, okay.
I like the draft conversation.
Go ahead,
Draft stuff is good.
I'm just saying for Mike, I ain't watching that show no more.
Nah, it's over now, though, Larry.
Okay, it's over. All right, cool.
Maybe what's up, Joe? I was trying to let y'all still. Y'all wasting a little 15 minutes, man. I'm gonna cut this at 9 o'clock sharp. Let's go.
Good grief, man! What kind of job is it? At any rate, let's go back. Let's go back to this center conversation. And I got to go back in NBA history.
Tree Rollins.
You had Tim Duncan and David Robinson. You had Hakeem Olajuwon and Graham. When you had Paul Gasol and Bynum.
John, you mean Ralph Sampson and Akeem?
And Ralph Sampson and Akeem. Well, see, the thing was that he had Graham when they won the championship.
They won the championships.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah, they had Graham when they won the championship.
Go ahead and finish the point, John.
But go ahead, my bad.
But and see, the thing was, it wasn't 2 centers out there. It was a center and a power forward. And I go straight to Tim Duncan and David Robinson. Now, Tim Duncan eventually took over the center spot, but that was after David Robinson left, and they changed their whole offense. Okay, the closest thing you got to that right now is not Embiid, it's the Joker. The Joker will get you down in that low post and ask Rudy Gobert last year about what he did to him. He used him like a piece of Scott toilet tissue. Okay, the defensive player of the year. All right, and the thing is that had the Joker had some players, and see that's why that conversation, Jay, that you and Tank had, I questioned that because of the fact that they got rid of their bench. Denver got rid of their bench 2 years ago. Then this past series, you had players that were hurt and couldn't perform 100%. Yes, you got to play who's in front of you. You got to play who's in front of you, and if you beat them, you move on. And it's that's just life. I understand that. I understand that 100%. I understand that perfectly. But thing is that Mike, like you said, it used to be back in the 80s a clash of philosophies when you had LA and Boston play each other, because Boston was a strictly half-court team. LA was Showtime. All right. Boston had to play the way that they played because they didn't have any air conditioning in the Boston Garden. They didn't have none. So they made them play half court.
Remember there was a game, they nearly died. The Lakers said they nearly died because it was so hot in there.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, and I'm not even talking about the dirty tricks where they cut the heat up in the locker room. You know, I mean, and see, the thing was, Boston was suited for their style of play in their home spot. LA was suited for their style of play in their home spot. And they both teams had great centers. Both teams had great centers. So it's just like you guys said. Mike especially. And that's something that I've been harping on. Copying off of everybody else
is
trying to do what they do. You are going to have to try to get exactly like them. And in the copycat that we were trying to do as far as becoming Golden State East, it didn't work. That didn't work. We've got to come out with our own philosophy, our own offense. Now, the question now becomes, who do you trust to do that? Do you trust the coach that you have right now to be able to do that? I can't say that I do. Do you trust the front office to put the players in place to do what it is that you want to do? I can't say that. And that's what the responsibility and the task will be for a president of basketball operations. You are going to have to come here with a philosophy and make everybody in the office from the first floor all the way up to the top floor, this is what we're going to do. And kick these people out of the way when they don't fall in line with what it is that you want.
You can't do that here,
That's why I want someone who has won championships before to come here. I don't want to be hiring no people with no experience. Well, we're going to try him out. Well, he didn't do good. Well, we're going to try him out. What kind of experience he got? Well, he did coach his high school team to 3 quad A championships. No, son, you're not qualified. You are not qualified.
But it's coaches who become championship coaches, you know what I'm saying? So it's possible.
Yeah, that's why I didn't like when DeMond talks about the Eastern Conference Finals stuff, because none of the coaches that go to Eastern Conference Finals have done it before they do it. Like Nate McMillan had never done it before he did.
I get.
No. I'm not talking about coaching. I'm not talking about right now. I'm not talking about coaches. I'm talking about presidents of basketball operations. I'm talking about general managers.
We talked about this president of basketball.
That's fair. That's fair too, though.
The president of basketball operations role has been vacant since December 2022. We ain't had one.
Oh, yes, you did. Yeah, you had a deal. Yeah, you did. Now, hey, the actual office, hold on. The actual office was not occupied, but you had someone acting as president of the basketball operation, and that was Nick Russell.
Was the acting po bowl. They just never gave
No,
him
no,
the
no,
damn.
no.
Yeah, he
I get
was.
what
Yeah,
Johnny's
he
saying.
didn't have that title, but he was acting as it.
Listen. I get what you guys are saying. The reality is, I knew that wasn't a real thing. Like that just wasn't a real thing. It was. I think Tony Wrestler put that out there after they let go of Landry Fields. He wanted someone he could trust, and that's why I think Danny Ferry's name keeps coming back up because I think at the end of the day he wanted to bring Danny Ferry back in here, and he wanted to see how he could get it done. I mean, honestly, I said it the first day.
What wasn't a real thing, Jay? What are you saying wasn't a real
I just
thing?
told you, if Danny Ferry becomes the advisor, that tells me what.
Oh no. What wasn't a real thing? Nick Russell?
No,
the search.
Us trying to fill
the search
or
president.
The
Yeah.
search was fake.
Well, wait a minute. Why are you spending all this doggone money hiring a search firm and having these people supposedly interviewing all of these
because
people?
It was PR, John.
I got money
They
to blow.
never wanted to get a new guy.
Oh, I can't hear both of y'all now.
It's his fault because I got money to blow.
No, like here's the thing,
John, that was a PR stunt.
Exactly.
100%.
Exactly.
Well,
Exactly.
I'm gonna tell you why they did it.
And see, that's why I be seeing through all this stupidity. That's why I have
like Larry hit
John.
on the head though, John. Part of it is you're looking at you're just trying to cast a wide net to see who could be available. Typically, when teams fire Landry Fields,
the PR
they
stunt
have
to
an
go and
idea.
see if they can get some of the big dogs. That's all. If the big dogs was not going to bite, they was going to let it go. They was not.
So that's an embarrassment.
Tired of taking BS right now. That's what I'm saying.
No, it's not.
So they were shooting for the big dog. If the big dog was not going to bite, Ansi is going to remain. He's going to remain the general manager as well as over everything. Now.
Well, here's the thing, though. With Ansi
Saleh, that's front office stuff.
The advisor last year is now the grand poobah of basketball operation. And you did all of that.
They didn't have an advisor last year.
Yes, they did. Yes, they did.
I will say this.
Salah was assistant.
Ansi Saleh last year was an assistant general manager.
No. They brought Saleh and somebody else here to advise Landry Fields. Yes, sir.
Ansi Saleh, right, was an assistant general manager. And
he was an advisor. Look it up. Look it up.
You're not.
Look it up.
Manager. He's supposed to be.
Look it up.
Guys, this is what the wrestlers do, guys.
Like, look it up.
Well, Ansi, right? Ansi was the highest paid assistant general manager in basketball last year. And if I'm being honest with you, Ansi Saleh is probably overqualified to be a GM, even though he's never formally had the role. Like he's well respected around NBA, so it was always in the cards.
I wouldn't go as far as say that he's overqualified.
Personally giving this dude a stamp.
He
Ansi could go to a young team and could be the GM.
Ansi is the GM now.
But this is the problem with that. He has no championships. He was one with Golden State. He was not the grand poobah of the Golden State Warriors.
But he watched the books and handled a lot of the draft process.
And Travis Schlink did the same thing, and you ran him off.
Well, guys, when I called Landry,
hey, Mike, did you see that?
People got mad at me when I said he was just a accountant. Now we're doing the exact same thing.
Hey, Larry, what didn't I say last year that Landry Fields was the general manager version of Jason Garrett? Yeah, I remember when I said that.
When you play stupid games, you get stupid results, man.
And this is as stupid as it gets.
When they brought Ansi in to assist him, the writing was on the wall, guys. When Ansi was brought here, and they were losing faith in Landry. Then writing was on the wall. Like the way your boy said, when the year started, Landry was already out of the door.
So they did Landry just how they did Travis. What you saying?
Exactly. Yeah, like when it's the same move, guys. It's the same thing. Every time somebody brings somebody in to assist you, you are on your way out of the door.
It was the same thing. It was the same thing with Nate McMillan and Womacallan. When they brought Nate McMillan here, right?
Here's my thing with this.
When they brought
I like Larry said, this is why
these backstabbing Mickey Fickies.
This is the thing about Tony that gets on my nerves. He goes in one direction, and then when things don't go wrong, he'll quickly pivot and just shut everything down and panic, and then act like, okay, this is what we're gonna do from here on out.
But he don't know basketball.
He
That's
panics,
the
and then
problem.
he goes a different direction. Like this is my thing about Tony. Get your butt out of the kitchen, pick a freaking direction, and stick with it. And just pay the money that you need to pay in order to get this team where we need to be.
You know what,
Because you know what? Puffy K came on one Friday, and they were asking him what was going to be what were the criteria of this general manager, or excuse me, the president of basketball operations. And Puffy K said out of his own mouth that this is the person that's going to go to the owner and tell him to cut the check, because this person is going to be held accountable and responsible for the direction of the team. So all of this that you all are saying, okay, it was a PR stunt. Oh, it was just nothing. Oh, it was whatever. No, what's going on now? What's going on now is something that's been going on in Atlanta sports for at least 20-something years. You'll go and hire a search firm. You'll go and try to interview a whole bunch of people. People will drop out. And then you'll be left with nobody here right at the time a draft is about to occur. And then you'll say, oh, the man we were looking for is already in the building. We're going to hire and so and so and so and so. You know,
I'm going to tell you what.
Honestly, and honestly, salary trust, baby.
Honestly, if Honestly can pull off getting Kevin Durant or Giannis to come to this team, he gets the goal.
I think that's a good stopping point for tonight.
Yeah.
I don't know why y'all
goddamn right.
Yeah,
I don't know why.
He get the goal. If he can pull that off,
if he can get a first ballot Hall of Famer on the team, he gets a goal.
He's the best general manager I ever seen.
Go ahead and mute everybody and sign off, Mike.
You're right.
You're right, Kool-Aid.
You're right. If we get an MVP,
y'all spent most of that time or whatever
talking about some bullshit.
Yeah, I mean, in my opinion, again,
that's par for the course.
Okay, John, it's okay. I mean, I know that's what you like to talk about, stuff like that. So I let you get.
Hawks bullshit.
But yeah, bro. I mean, Tony is not firing himself, and Coonan ain't going nowhere, bro. I mean, yeah.
Puffy K.
I feel you. I feel you though. In the gripes and things of that nature, though. And it's hard to tell somebody who literally owned the house to stay out of their own kitchen. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wish you would tell me not to be in my kitchen and it's my house. You feel me? So, I mean, yeah.
If I'm putting your stove in, Mike, and you don't know how to put the stove in, get out the way, Mike, or we're both gonna get killed.
I'm just saying, bro. So we're gonna close out in a second, bro. But hey, man. I saw some other people, mention it, and again, I might be crazy, and I it's fair. I've been crazy for a full year now. Yeah, basically, I've been crazy for a full year, man, on this Hanson Yang train, man. And I know it was Orange Juice Blues Jones or whatever. He talking about Yang ain't gonna be there at 13 because his thing is because he's too popular. I mean, I don't know about that not being there at 13, but what he sees though is funny because like as more and more people find out about Yang, bro, like I'll say this for sure. We don't know about front office, but like it's just like, let's say fan bases across the entire country is like I promise you, it seems like every single team is hoping that they draft Yang because I mean just on the basic basketball level, bro, like you see that it's worth the swing. Anybody and everybody will want that size of a human being on their roster, bro, and we'll worry about everything else because if it connects, like what you think you kind of see, and it don't translate, well, you got something. So, bro, when it comes to like Queen and Special K, Circle K, or whatever, I know a lot of people like Queen, and I hate to do this to Derek Queen because I really enjoy watching him and liked him in college in the NCAA, but just again, like. I don't know, bro. Like the measurables, the speed, the agility, like them, and Larry alluded to it for a second. They don't even beat Queen. They don't beat Yang out. Like foot speed, the drill stuff. It's not blowing them out the water or nothing like that. And then on top of that, then you got to question like what's. I mean, Yang was a defensive player of the year in a professional league. I people try and say like the NCAA again though. Everybody every night in the NCAA is not pro prospects or future NBA players or like pro prospects at all. So it's plenty of times that these guys in college, Derek Queen, Danny Wolf, Special K, it's plenty of nights that they played an opposing 5 players on the court, and all 5 was either not pro prospects or at best it was like 2 to 3 other pro prospects on the entire team, or they might have been on the floor, and then you can't even say that they literally matched up at their position against another pro prospect every single night or every game. Like it doesn't happen in the NCAA, and I feel like right now, we just automatically kind of give college players the edge,
benefit of the doubt, yeah,
the benefit of the doubt and stuff like that because they're coming from the United States, and we just assume like but again, right now I'm making the argument that it's like, yeah, they might not actually be. They might be the ones you do have to question more because they're playing amateurs. They really are. They playing amateurs, and they coming from and the NCAA is not a professional league. I mean, I know they get paid and stuff now, but yeah, it's not a pro league. So
I just got Yang played in the CBA.
Yes, CBA.
Plus the fact, gentlemen, the NBA and American basketball was the best in the world.
What'd you say?
It was the best in the world. We have fallen so far behind. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, but you're gonna add that. That's a whole nother debate, and you're gonna open up a whole nother.
Yeah. Oh, okay, but that's just a fact,
though. But with that said, though, I acknowledge that, and me personally, even if you're going outside of Hanson Yang, I prefer with our assets that we have to gamble on future talent coming from the international pool.
I agree 100%.
If it's not Yang, I'm interested in say Behringer. That's a French kid. Another I'm just saying, me personally, I will take swings on international guys over basically the guys that's coming completely. Even if it's say like Max Renault, that's an international guy that played NCAA ball though. You know what I'm saying? So that's something that I would be open to, because like you said, I'm open to Max though. But like the strictly American guys, like until further notice, I will take my chances with international out of the international pool. Like,
Absolutely. Is that Tanju?
Yeah, what you got real quick, Tanju, man? I'll let you.
I appreciate you bringing me on. I appreciate, what I'm saying, recognizing the.
Hey guys, I'll dip real quick early.
Wait, hold up, C Wonder before.
Yeah. All right, what's up?
Hey, honestly, all I want to say is I just want to say thank you to all y'all motherfuckers. Shout out to Devon, shout out to Mike, shout out to Foot, you know what I'm saying? The cats who actually control the channel. Like, y'all know how important it is. Like, it's off season, motherfuckers on finals and all this different shit. And I'm like, fuck these niggas. Like, what's up with the Hawks? You know what I mean? So I appreciate, like, day in and day out, consistently, there's still something going, and we can talk about the future of the Hawks. I mean, I put fans versus the front office because the Hawks are still the Hawks, and I still don't think these niggas really give a fuck about it. But hey, I'm here. We here. Shout out to Larry. I ain't even shout out to Larry, Kool-Aid, D Wonder. Shout out to yo ass.
Hey, language as the minister here.
That was one of the funniest things.
C1, I told you, C1.
But just
hold up, man. I love taking.
And you know what I mean? Just be able to talk Hawks. You feel me? And listen, I listen. I'm not the fucking biggest sports motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? I'm not. But, and so that's why I realize I'm like, yeah, sometimes I just need to shut the fuck up and listen. So that's what I do most of the time, just listen to what y'all talking about. So I appreciate y'all bringing the solid science and knowledge. Talks.
We appreciate you,
Tangu.
Tangu to go.
They might be getting quote unquote overrated or whatever. I mean, it's just y'all tired of hearing about them. That's all it is. really. But shoot,
Who, Yang?
I've been talking about it for 365 days at least, man.
Mike, don't let that get you going, Mike. Don't let that get you going.
I know I gotta go, but no, I'm saying, but this is a statement literally for everybody, bro. Like everybody that's getting drafted, we gonna see how it plays out. I mean, that's all we can do. You just see how it plays out. But again, man, I wish that I could have found footage of Yang and Queen playing one another because I definitely would have shared it for y'all. I'm gonna keep looking to see if I can find it. But I found footage of Yang going against Asanul. Against the China versus USA and stuff like that. He plays
and Star 2, right?
Huh?
You saw him against Star 2, right?
Oh yeah, Star. Yeah, that was like first
Star. Put it on Star. Yeah.
But I was trying to wonder if because I trying to see if Queen was on that US team or whatever, but he wasn't. It was on Asanul that was like he was out there though, and there was some other young guy like Trae Johnson was out there. Jalen Williams' little brother, Cody Williams, he was on the team.
Trash ass.
Which is he in the league? Yeah, he been in the league for a year now. But
anyway, who is that shaking Hanson Yang hand?
Jason Kidd.
That's what I'm saying, man. You said that when that dude walked into the gym, they came up to him like he was a star, man.
Yeah, he's silly, man. But no, I mean he's an intriguing prospect. And again, like I said, I hate doing it because a lot of American fans, of course, like Queen. And again, I really enjoy watching Queen. I really enjoy watching Queen in college. And I don't mean to not Queen or Special K. I just use them as examples because I strongly believe that because they were NCAA players, like I said, they've never been talked about outside of the lottery. Like I'm telling you, if Yang played in the NCAA, man, that boy would literally be a lottery talk. Like he would be in lottery discussion and it would be no question about it. The only question is literally because he's coming from China. That's the question.
I don't even see the draw in Queen, personally speaking. I just don't see it personally. I don't see it.
No, I'm saying I like Queen. Queen got the skill set. I'm not saying that he can't do certain things, but at the same time, though, Queen is not. He's not standing out any type of way, measurable wise. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not saying that he can't do anything, but again, I'm just saying he's not standing out anywhere measurable. He's not a good shooter. Okay, he's slow.
He actually is standing out just the wrong way. He's standing out the wrong way. He's at the bottom of everything.
That's what I'm saying. Exactly.
He's too slow. He's not quick. He's not fast. He don't jump high.
Exactly.
He does none of it.
He's losing
out. I have to consider that a little bit in the
quick, man. Yeah, he's losing out a lot.
And like I said, and then he's 6'10". That's with the shoes, though. I think that he's 6'10". That wasn't
barefoot.
So it's just like he's going to be average size. He's not going to be above athletic in a way. He's not going to be above foot speed anyway. Now, he might be above skill-wise, but I feel like the skill has to have at least one other thing to kind of come with it.
Yeah, you got to have something to be able to apply the skill. You got to have a certain level of athleticism or it don't matter.
Yeah, the skill plus athleticism or the skill plus
some kind of outlier.
Like skill plus stupid IQ with Jokic, but skill plus at least good measurables. Like if his hands was big and crazy wingspan or something like that, you'd be like, okay, you know what I'm saying, or whatever. That would make me feel more comfortable. I think.
You got the short arm.
That's what I'm saying, bro. It's a lot of other stuff, but I loved him in college. I'm just saying, as far as some people being so sure about him going.
I don't know about that.
I don't know. I don't know about that.
He might fall out of the lottery. He might fall out of the lottery.
I mean, to be honest, that's why Mock's trying to say that we'll take him because they think that he'll fall past top 10, and they're like, well, the Hawks can use a big, and it's automatically applying Queen to it. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know where he fits with our system though. Where does he fit? That's why I don't even know why the Hawks like him.
Who you talking about?
I mean, he'll be a really good DHO big.
You talking about Yang? You talking about where the Yang fit?
No, if you obviously not paying attention. Anyways, they feel like you don't draft for Queen, in my opinion, if you don't believe in the shot. Like if you believe in the shot, he's a good passer, DHO stuff, blah blah blah. I wouldn't take him.
Yeah, I don't want to take him even, Leon. I don't see it. I'm sorry, man.
Like you just don't see it at all?
I could see the passing. I could see a little bit, like you say, the
shot making.
I just don't because of his measurables.
Yeah, I agree.
He's slow and he don't play no lick of defense. We need defenders in the.
He's got good hands. That's what the Queen fans will tell you. He has good hands. That's what
Bro, international players don't play college, man. There's no Chinese college. They play pro. Okay, that's all of them. When they be like 16 years old, they are on pro leagues. That's part of our problem. Our problem is that we won't allow, and our system don't allow for our 16-year-olds to play on a pro team with adults, with guys that's 26, 27, 25. At now, our players do get paid, but still the difference is that our 16 to 18-year-olds cannot be on no professional basketball team with guys who are like 30, 28, and this and that. The best you can do is basically go to college. Or if you're gonna do that, you got to go overseas or something. Well, matter of fact, I don't think anybody have left from the US at the age of 16 to go overseas. That's why they created OTE, but OTE don't allow for them guys to play against, like I said, grown
dudes.
Good, I think. Remember?
Hey, Mike, I'm gonna hop off here, but to sum it up, bro, I just think
Hey, Mike.
Course.
Have you seen that guy talk about Yang, the black guy that's going to work with him?
Cut us off like that, Kool-Aid. That's crazy.
You just cut Jay off.
He don't give a fuck. That's why he don't give a fuck.
I do, but sometimes I hold my hand up, man. I don't get that hand. So
man, and that's why I don't be giving a fuck when he talking.
Man, Kool-Aid, that's crazy.
What you talking about?
I just gonna say, man.
Yeah. Go ahead, man.
How they should be viewing the draft is you're looking at guys coming into your development system. Even with Yang,
Jay, final word. Everybody gonna get a minute. Go ahead.
Yeah, even with Yang, bro, like I got all these guys in tiers. Like I said last week, I don't think that with big man, I don't really think there's much of a difference between Yang, Maxine, who else is out there? I told you, just like 5 dudes. I mean, they're all kind of around the same tier to me. Whoever's there at 22, just take them, bring them in your development system, go BPA available. I like the wings better at 13, blah, blah, blah. In free agency, you got to make some moves. We'll see. We'll see what they do. But the Hawks, I mean, they just got to stay the course, keep consistent, get some continuity going. And yeah, man, I think we'll be all right. I'm not tied to no one prospect. I think again, it's all tiers to me. It's all tiers. It's player groups to me. I like Yang. It's cool. I like Maxine. I like all these dudes. So,
for sure. Hey Larry, give me that remote. Give me that remote controller, man. Larry, give me that.
Y'all have a good night.
John, your minute. What your final remarks, man?
My final remarks are: I'm going back to the head of the snake. Larry,
I know
we need to take a look at what happened in New York with Dolan. Do you remember when he hired Isaiah Thomas as president of basketball operations and the franchise was going into the toilet?
Yes.
He hired Leon Rose. He fired all these other people and hired Leon Rose. And Dolan is so far in the background, you wouldn't even know he was alive. See where the Knicks are now? When the owner gets the hell out of the way by hook or by crook, I think it was a sexual harassment scandal or something of that nature that took him out and made him shrink back. That's what's going to have to happen here. If you're not going to get rid of the owner, that's what's going to have to happen here. Because what we've got right here is just a flustercluck. That's all it is, just a straight flustercluck going on around here as far as a direction, as far as what we're going to do, as far as management is concerned. And you've had 2 bites at the apple. And you have screwed it up royally. You set this team back 5 freaking years from going to a championship. You might have all the money in the world, but if you send people to go to the store and they go bring the wrong thing back, what have you done? Just wasted money because you still need what it was that you needed. That's all I got to say.
For sure. Leon, you there?
Oh, yeah, man. All right. This is what the Hawks need to go ahead and do, bro. Draft the best players, trade for the best players, and we go into the finals. It's that simple.
Facts.
Yeah. I touch on that, bro. I'll dap you up on that.
I'm right with you, man.
That's all, Leon. You know, you got a
That's
little
it,
time.
bro.
You
That's
got a little
it.
more time to spare. You know,
It ain't too much else to say, bro. Stop drafting niggas as small as fuck.
Yeah, I
Please.
agree.
Please
You
stop
know,
drafting guys without positional size. Please stop drafting guys with short arms. Please stop drafting guys that's skinny as fuck. Please.
yeah. You know, I agree
That's
with
it.
my choice this year. Anyway, what up, Kool-Aid?
Hey man, hey look, man. We got to go for the gusto, man. Honestly, it's on the clock. He's the general manager right now. He's gonna be the general manager for now on. That way I feel the way the rest of the got him. So this is the deal. Hey, he got to go get Giannis. He got to stay on course with trying to get Giannis, Kevin Durant. Like I said, they tried to get Kevin Durant last year, and he got to hit it in the draft. And when I mean he got to hit it in the draft, for me to keep my tickets, man, he got to get Yang at 13. He got to get Reynaud at 22, man. Those two guys right there. And I'm saying it like this: trade 00. Trade whatever package you can go and get some good free agent for 00 and your boy Kobe and going to get 00 out the way, so you can go and start Yang and Reynaud right out the bat with a Trae Young 5. And now I'm gonna say the 5 that I want to see on the floor when I go when I go to the game. One or the other. It's gonna be Trae Young, Dyson Daniel. And it's gonna have to be either Kevin Durant or Giannis on the floor. Okay. And if we get Giannis, hopefully we can get somebody else to play that 3 spot and Giannis can play that 4. And then Yang or Renault can be starting 5. So that's where I want to. But if we get Kevin Durant, then Kevin Durant can play the 3. So it'd be Trae Young, Dyson Daniel, Kevin Durant at the 3, and Renault at the 4, and Yang at the 5. That's why and if we could pull out something like that, man, and get some good free agents to go with that, hey, championship is on our way.
Hey, is his minute up yet?
Yeah. All right, Kool-Aid. Appreciate you, man. We got you. What up, man? You jumped in line right there. You go ahead.
Oh, well, if I had my druthers, I would go into this draft and I would get Yang at 13. I would probably go for Reynaud or Fleming at 22. And then in the off season, I would make some moves. I would use our trade exemption and probably a future pick to try to get Grayson Allen. And then I would try to use some of the money that we have left over to try to bring in Bobby Portis. I think we got to get bigger. We got to get better shooting. And I'm not upset with what we got, because I think Ricochet is he's gonna come out to be one of the better players that we have. And I think that JJ, he might even surpass JJ, because he just has the game and the skill set. JJ is gonna be good, but I like what we got. I just think that we need to add to it at this point. Realize that the number 22 pick is probably going to be back and forth to College Park, but that's all right. We need some people in the farm. So those are my things. I would get those guys. I would use the trade exemption to get Grayson Allen, because we need that kind of toughness and that kind of shooting, and Bobby Portis, because we need that kind of toughness and we need that kind of shooting.
I'm with it. What up, Tanju? You want another little quick minute?
Yeah. A minute's just a minute. Why you gotta be quick? I'm just fucking with you, bro. Hey, but the first thing I want to say again is shout out to We Talk Talks. Shout out to everybody who runs this shit. Shout out to everybody who comes in and makes this what it is. This is definitely like the premier Hawks channel. So shout out to everybody. Like I said, like the whole draft and everything, I'm just listening to y'all. I like Trae, Dyson, Ricochet, JJ. I love Dolo. He from the land. He from Cali. He a Cali dude, so I got a special love for him. But I don't think he needs to be our starting five. I think that the fucking wrestler in them, they just need to go into the fucking luxury tax and pay for an all-star, all NBA player. I want to get. I don't. Karis LeVert, he can stay. We can get rid of George Niang, Terrence Mann. Vic, he's a good dude and he could play, but he's expendable. But like, it just kind of sucks because I know that we're not a fucking championship contender, and the organization, they won't tell us that, but they keep telling us that. You know what I'm saying? That's the way they're moving. That's the way they're living. It's like, hey, this is what it is. What happens, happens. And all of us are like, oh, we want this and we want that. And they're just like, we just want to keep, you know what I mean? So it's kind of like, fuck the front office. Tony Wrestler, get it. I better not ever see that nigga on the streets. Nick Wrestler, if I see that nigga in the streets, bruh, I'm not even gonna punch him. I'm gonna get him in a headlock. I ain't gonna choke him out. I'm gonna just get him in a headlock and talk to him. Hellas. But moral of the story is fuck the front office. We still don't got a fucking president. I don't believe in these niggas to pick a right president. I don't believe in these niggas like as the organization, but I believe in the players. So you know what I mean. So next year,
I understand completely.
Next year, y'all gonna see Tongu every time, and I'm gonna be up. You know what I'm saying? Ice cold Trae. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be dancing to the tunes and shit. You know what I'm saying? And when we win, but it's hard for me to like put my heart in my, you know what I mean? It's hard for me because I'm like, nigga, like I'm a serious ass motherfucker. Like I give you my heart, nigga. If you don't perform right, I'm gonna come see you, bro. So I don't really got all that money to come out to Atlanta and just cuss out Tony Wrestler and them. So I'm just here to have fun with y'all niggas. You feel me?
Where you at, Tangu? Where you living?
San Diego.
Yeah, he in San Diego.
Yes,
San Diego. Oh, I ain't catch you.
But anybody who don't know who the fuck I am, like I'm from Dago. I became a Hawks fan in like 89, 90 through the fucking slam dunk competitions with Dominique and Spud Webb. And when they, you know what I mean? And then Dominique became my favorite player because he, like, to me, he was the only nigga. Clyde Drexler, Sean Kemp, they did. But Dominique was the only nigga who really went head with Jordan. And, like, really, like, was like a real, like, okay, this nigga, like,
Yeah, froze up.
Froze up.
Say time up, Tang. You was talking about Kool-Aid, I think.
Hey, Tongu, fuck those pretty place, Tongu.
Yeah, I know, right? Hey, all right, Larry, what up? Say, yeah, we the stream made him stop. Go ahead.
Since you have me on as always, guys. If you haven't hit the like button yet, please make sure you hit the like button, man. It's the lifeblood of all our streams. Hawks should draft.
C1, that you ain't it?
I think mine just went out for some strange reason. That's weird.
The Hawks should draft a defensive wing and I definitely want game. Somebody got some echo. All right. But if I just want to warn people that we may trade those draft picks. And what Kool-Aid was talking about is impossible because if you trade for Giannis or for KD, if you trade for KD, you're giving up one of those picks. If you trade for Giannis, both of those picks are gone. So you're not getting Yang. You know what I'm saying? Unless he falls in the second round, then you go buy a pick. But you're not going to get Yang, in my opinion, if you go get Giannis. You feel me? So all the dreams about Yang and Max, you know what I'm saying, Renault, that's gone. Okay. I don't know what's up with the cryptic messages with Trae Young, but I feel like they're gonna get Ansi in there. Maybe they were already talking with KD, and he's the one that's gonna facilitate that. However we got one pick. We need to pick Yang. In my opinion. but we can go out and get a defensive wing out there in free agency. But we definitely need to get Yang. If we only have one draft pick, if we have 22, get Yang. Also, on a note, if any of y'all play Street Fighter or anything, y'all on PlayStation 5, get that Capcom Fighting Collection too so I can whoop you. Hit me up.
All right, bet. All right, bet. I got you.
Here. Don't play.
Okay.
All right. I got you. Okay. Y'all can hear me, right?
Yeah, we can hear you. What else, see?
Yeah, for me to close out, I've been kind of liking this trade idea that the Nets said that they're willing to give up Cam Johnson and maybe a late pick to get in the lottery again. If they call us up, I'm taking that offer because I feel like I can get Cam Johnson and I can get Yang on here. I'm not like I'll say this. People wanted like on Twitter, they were saying, "Oh, you a Yang hater." Like, no, I like Henson. I think he's good. It's just that if you really believe he's going to be a starter, then Okongwu's days are numbered. And I would say you need to maybe in 2 years trade Okongwu at the peak of his value so you can get as many, picks or assets as you could possibly get, in my opinion. Because I like Henson. I think he is like a cross between Jokic and Ming and Yao Ming in the way that he dominates in the half court, and he also can facilitate very well. He has very smart basketball IQ. If we don't get Yang, I'll be disappointed, but mine would be either Maxine or Asa Newell. I like Rasheed Fleming.
Boo!
Rasheed Fleming, just like Larry does. I don't also mind getting what's the boy Nick Clifford from what was the
Colorado State.
Colorado State,
yeah.
Swiss Army knife. Or Thomas Sorber. Like we do need a defensive minded big, but we need it. Whether that's in free agency or
hey Larry, write this down. My bad. Go ahead. See, you want to keep going?
But yeah, we need a defensive minded big, either in free agency. Like I like what Mike said about Bellinger, French boy. I like him a lot too. So I need like
Eric fucking Bellinger.
Yeah, we need like some athletic centers or centers that can block shots and be in the paint. Like we need something. Because it's frustrating, but I like where we're going. I think because of all the injuries happening in the East, I think the East is wide open for us. I feel like if you do what you did with the Eastern Conference Final run and just rebuild that bench, re-sign Karis LeVert, get some good veteran dudes, we might see a similar run from what we saw 4 years or 5 years ago. Because we got a good young core, Okongwu included. I still think Okongwu needs to be traded, but we gotta wait for Yang to develop. So that'd be what I feel.
We don't think about Danny Wolf, Bryson. We don't think about it.
Think about Danny Wolf.
But all right, real quick, and then we'll get out of here though. But well, number one, y'all already know how I feel about Yang. Number two, yeah, Yang does not have to start on next season or whatever. He can back up Double O. Double O doesn't have to, in my opinion, necessarily be moved within like the next 2 years per se, or something like that. So people ask that, it's not that big of a deal. And I think with the Double O's development as of late and watching him towards like the last month and a half, I say play last season, I think that Double O can spend more time at the 4 than he could have in the past. You know what I'm saying? So you don't think so, man? I mean, I don't know. I think maybe his little improved shooting and a little bit of pass, might be able to do something. But anyway.
Three every 2 games, man. That's not enough.
You say every 2 games he hit a 3?
Like 1 3-pointer every 2 games. He's not.
Well, no, but that's what I'm saying though, bro. I mean, well, I don't want to go down this path though. It's my turn, Mary. But anyway, I just say, but that's why I tried to like focus on like the last month and a half or so, because he really was hitting 1 to 2 a game, bro. Like he did kind of get to a point where it was like a minimum of like 3 attempts that he was shooting up, and he was for sure making one. I almost want to say towards like getting closer to the end of the season, he was almost like kind of like you could count him in for probably 2 throughout the game or whatever, like 2 of the makes dropping. Now these wide open looks, now I ain't acting like he Nas Reed and pulling with somebody on him or doing off the dribble stuff. I'm just saying like have the ability to like at least be reasonable, go over there to the corner, it swing out to you, he can knock it down or whatever. Like he's getting to that point. So
he did.
Yeah, I'm not. You know what I'm saying, I'm not gonna knock him. I mean, the thing is that I want to get bigger. That's all. Is I want to keep getting bigger and stuff. Max, Joan, I'm open to Joan outside of Yang, but Joan would be more of the like, and it could probably be the reason why people would want him. But Joan Behringer is a lot more of the like completely like modern big and what you want. He just won't, for what I see, be the person that I feel like you can go to consistently and count on and literally run the offense through and through the block and stuff like that. But he has great ability. If you talking about, looking at foot speed and this and that, if he's 6'11" truly or something like that, and especially if he's that barefoot or whatever, I'll definitely like him if he's 6'11" barefoot. But I'll probably put him at 7 feet probably. Then he's young, so he probably could get to that 7 foot. But the way he does get out on those screens and hedge on it or whatever, and then be able to get back and get back to his man and guard the rim and stuff, it is highly impressive. He does have that athleticism to do a lot of the things that I feel like I said, I think that like basically modern bigs have been regulated to. Like modern bigs today have been regulated to basically cover everybody mistakes. And it's almost not even a mistake. It's like accepted and known that the perimeter guy, like, yeah, just let somebody go by. You know what I'm saying? Okay, now it's on the big to cover all y'all up at all times, you know what I'm saying? And basically be a lob, that's why this new thing now is vertical spacer. You know what I'm saying? Like you used to never hear vertical spacer. Now it's like it's about, can he just, jump and catch lob? Because that's all we regulated the bigs basically to, corner three, dunker spot, catch and dunk it, and basically like, you basically the main defender because we excuse the perimeter guys. Most teams do now. Like we excuse our main ball handler. But anyway, we're gonna end this out, man. So for me, guys, if y'all tired of hearing me talk about Yang, do know that I am open to Joan Behringer. And shout out to Marion. Marion made me have to like, get a plan B or whatever, So there you go, guys.
I'm not moving.
Hey, it's Tim Blanca on.
It's a Kool-Aid, so he ain't
right
moving.
here. Come
say
get
what?
whooped. Come get whooped. You see that name? Put in your PS5, get whooped if you got Capcom collection too. All right,
bro. All right, guys. We're gonna get on up out of here, man. Catch y'all next time, man. Of course, chopping up with you guys.
Ice Cold Trae Young.
Trae Young and Ray No.
All right, man. We're gonna end this thing.
Yang and Ray No.
Cue the outro, right? What is it? Is it going?